Oh, so Christ, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Oh, so Christ, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
welcome to Boulevard Bullies. Here comes the... We're here with influencer, as you can tell from his NWO red and black Wolfpack, unmuted. Jedi Joe, everybody.
Yeah, welcome in, everybody.
What's up, Larry? What's up, Brian? What's up, Steve? Who else was in here? Oh, Jedi Joe, that's you. How are you guys? How's everyone going?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, somebody else chatted. Oh, it was just Joe.
Oh, Joe's here. Oh, yeah.
There's so much to talk about. As always, we will be discussing the AEW cringe, the WWE lame. But we got to start off with our favorite thing, the thing that we actually care about, which is our crippling addiction to sports betting. How are you doing? First
Pretty
down.
good. Yeah, this week went pretty bad, and then pretty good, and then pretty bad, and now we're hoping for pretty good going into the weekend.
That's how it goes. It ebbs and flows. It ups and downs. Roller coaster. By the way, I did sing R. Kelly karaoke last night as a surprise to the girl that I was at the bar with, who I met moments before at the bar. You know what I mean? So it was like she went to the bathroom, and then I snuck up to the karaoke guy, and I was like, hey, play me some R. Kelly, Patrick.
Peep, peep, and a poo, poo.
I actually did I Believe I Could Fly. Yeah.
Oh.
Pee, pee. Let me hear that poo,
Yeah.
poo. So it was like a fun surprise for her that not only did I sing karaoke and leave her to sit alone as I performed, but I also doubled down and went full R. Kelly. And in the musical break, I explained to everybody how, yeah, he's a terrible person. We can all agree on that. But he got sentenced to like 95 years. So we can enjoy
He was
his
in the
music.
news the other day doing something like a week or two ago. I don't know if anyone in the chat can remind us, but he did something the other day. Like I don't think it was like sports gambling or anything like that, but
Well, I mean, didn't he got tried in a court of law and convicted, and he got like 9 life sentences or like 95, 187 years or something. And so, it's not like he got away with it. If he got away with it, you can't sing his karaoke. But he got caught, and he got sentenced to, the right amount of time. So we can all take a big exhale and enjoy Remix to Ignition. We can enjoy Trapped in the Closets, volumes.
Larry
1
said he
through
was
3.
singing in prison on TikTok apparently. So
R. Kelly karaoke.
singing like really well.
Singing
prison
in the
talk.
clink. Just
Yeah.
like that other guy, Johnny Cash.
Ooh, yeah, baby in the
Yo,
sea.
could you imagine how annoying it is to be in prison with R. Kelly? Because think about it. Trapped in the closet.
Fuck up.
Yeah, it's like, Trapped in the closet where it's like, and then he went down the road. And it's like the same fucking like melody. And he's just,
Oh, baby, lay me like.
yo,
Put him in confinement. Put him in him in
solitary.
CB4.
He's solitary, just singing.
Yeah, put him in CB4.
And he's just singing melodies of things he sees. It's like, got the
There's a
CO.
cockroach looking at me. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah. Shout out R. Kelly for singing really well in prison. I knew that the Steelers game last night was going to go over. The over-under was 30. You got to be fucking kidding me. And, it's classic NFL script. Patriots lost 6-0. So Patriots are in the Thursday night game. Everyone's saying this is going to be the worst Thursday night game of all time. I was like, yo, give me the over. I would have done over, what was it? It was 28-17. I think the final score, so that's 45. I was thinking about doing 35.
28-17, yes.
Yeah. So that's 45 freaking points, dude. They crushed the over. Crush the over.
Yeah. I was betting all over the place. I won a little, lost more, just ended up breaking even with the weekend. I lost a considerable amount of money at the Eagles game because I went to my first Eagles game.
Oh,
on
yes.
Sunday.
Yes, Joe, I was at 4:30 because that was a huge game. That was like my favorite game of the year going into it. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, they're in Philly. 49ers are awesome. Eagles are awesome. And I was like sitting there at 425 with my little sports flag, you know, like Homer Simpson with the sports football.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
with the
football.
pennant.
Yeah.
A pennant, yeah, like
Like football,
or
let's
you have
go.
all the snacks and you're like, welcome to 12 hours of football.
Sports. So, and then like right before kickoff, I get a fucking text from you with a photo from the Eagles game. And you were also capturing memes of people as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant to tell you was to upload those so we could show them.
Oh, of the guy like
Guys fighting. Like there was like, so the tickets are like pretty much 13 rows off the field. My buddy hit me up. Shout out to Eric if he's watching. He's from Reading, so he was coming down. He's like, "Oh, I'll just pick you up. We'll go to the game." I was like, "All right, hell yeah." Never been to an Eagles game before. And then a lot of 49ers fans, and there's some 49er fans like 3 rows down, and these Eagles fans are screaming at them. I think it might have been after the Eagles had just scored or game had just started or something happened. And it's like, "Yeah, keep that same fucking energy. Keep that same fucking energy." And then they're all going back and forth. And then there's a woman that's 2 rows in front of me, a 49ers fan, older woman, all bundled up. And she's all right. So the game starts and she's taking pictures on her iPad. So we're talking like a tablet this fucking big, right? So she's blocking that, and we're kind of talking shit. And then all of a sudden she sits down and starts watching like movies. Like she's just scrolling through Netflix at the game. And I'm like, yo, she's on Netflix. And all of a sudden, Netflix, like 20 fans are all pulling out their phones and videotaping. They're like, "What the fuck you doing? Get off Netflix!" And I'm like, "Oh no, this woman's gonna get carried out of here." And the guy's like, "I've never seen anything like that in 20 years. Someone watching Netflix at a Eagles
I'm gonna
game."
be honest with you. I've never been to a professional football game, but it sounds like a horrible place to go.
It is really bad. It was really like so I've heard that like it's different from city to city. Like I heard Baltimore is really nice.
Right, but there's
for the
still
race.
insane people who go to football games are insane people.
I mean, you see the people that are like tattooed from neck down and like are completely, you know, shirt off during the game, and it's like 20 wind chill out there, and they're like,
"Oh, come on, that's holding."
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the memes are real. It's like probably the ugliest people I've seen, and definitely like smells like piss. Some guy was bleeding in the bathroom before the game. Like I was just like, whoa, okay, like, maybe I won't go to these that often. You know,
It was
like,
the Eagles.
yeah,
It was the Eagles, though.
it was
Yeah.
the Eagles. So
Well, how bad?
it's like night and day compared to the Phillies. Though.
Well, that's what
Like,
I
the
was gonna-
Phillies is like super classy, a lot of attractive women, families and shit. There shouldn't be family. There are families at an Eagles game, but there shouldn't. That's like the dad bringing the kid. Like you should not be doing that.
Get off your iPad.
Get off your iPad. Yeah.
Give your iPad
Yeah,
back
they're just
to
talking
your mother.
shit to every Niners fan out in the lot.
Right.
I don't think some other things I saw in the lot too.
And it's crazy because those like diehard Philadelphia Eagles fans. There's probably many football teams. I'm sure the Jets and Giants aren't, immune to this. But like those fans, like in Buffalo and in Philly, they wake up in the morning and they look at themselves in the mirror and say, "I have to talk shit to every single 49ers fan because it's home field advantage. I'm part of the team, baby. 12th man, let's go. When it's third down, I have to scream as loud as I can because if everybody does it, then the quarterback's not going to be able to hear the play call, and it's going to give us the advantage."
Yeah, there was also that dynamic that was new to me too. It was like, okay, in baseball, you yell when they're batting, when like your team is up to bat. You're supposed to make noise. You're supposed to make noise the whole game.
But it's not like a
But, like-
wave of sound. You're not like
Yeah.
you're not like the guys coming up to bat. You're just going, "Wah!"
You're like, yeah, like get a hit. Yeah, let's go, man. Come on, Harper. And then like I kind of gives them that energy where so you're supposed to, they tell you like, stay quiet, team on offense, And then when the play happens, there's a reception or touchdown, then you cheer. But when it's them, when it's the opposing team, especially like on a third down, they're just like, You gotta fucking yell.
You're not even
so
screaming
loud.
things. They're just going, ah.
Yeah, that's what you do. Like, motherfucker! Ah!
Distinct
I've
advantage.
never yelled so much just for like, it reminded me of being at an indie show. Like my first indie show or first like big like ROH versus CZW show or like something where it was like a big adversary, you know what I mean? And like you had to really get emotionally like involved, it was like Cardona Gage kind of vibe too.
Right.
But then it was also me never being to a game before. So I was like, oh, this is cool. The lights are all different. There's different intros. The players all come out from this tunnel and shit,
Yeah.
Where so someone that goes to maybe every game it doesn't impact them as much.
No, they're bleeding in the bathroom.
This guy was bleeding in the bathroom. And I went to the stall that was actually where he was bleeding too. Like I had to step in his blood or something like that. He just had a bloody nose. I think that's all that happened. I don't think he got hit in the face, but
I got a bloody nose at XPW. It happens sometimes.
yeah. Other than that, I was pretty tame. I had some Cheetos popcorn. It was like popcorn that was flavored with Cheetos dust with more Cheetos in it. But it was raining that day and kind of warm, so it was kind of soggy. But it was all right.
Are there like famous Philadelphia cheesesteaks available for $25,
Probably.
$45
I
in the
those.
stadium?
I had like a 300 milligram coffee drink before I went in and had the popcorn and then 2 beers. And that
For
was
the
it.
screaming. You had the coffee to prepare yourself. Ah!
Fuck this guy.
Imagine you just like that's how you went to like imagine you went to a baseball game. Like football guy goes to baseball. Ah! It's just the guy who's screaming. It's like like in indie wrestling, everyone's like, you fucked up. You fucked up. But then there's one guy, ah!
Well, the one thing that reigns true is the asshole. That one.
That transcends sports.
Yeah, all sports and wrestling. Yeah, so they were chanting that because they kicked the one player out of the game because they touched the Eagles coach, and then Shanahan was on the field trying to defend them, freaking out, so they started chanting asshole.
Oh yeah, Big Dom, the Eagles security guard, got involved with the player. It was actually Big Dom's fault.
He was like,
yeah, security can't.
He touched him. Like Sirianni's like, yo, he touched him. Yeah.
And then everyone in the stadium. And you see another thing about it, being in a football game that's very scary is like, I don't want to yell. I don't want to sit there and scream at the top of my lungs. I'll be like, woo, or something like that. I'll be like, come on. And I don't want like the other football fans to be like, you're not making enough. You're not doing enough.
Yeah, that's what they do. My friend starts yelling at the section. The wrong people. Like it's like third quarter and the vibe's already down, because they're playing like garbage. So
they lost, right? It was they're 10-2.
They lost like 41-13 or something, or 17 or something.
And Deebo Samuel went nuts.
Yeah, I mean it sucks. That's the first game ever I went to, but I still had a lot of fun. So I mean,
yeah.
Well,
it's definitely a thing that one should do. I feel like I want to. I don't know if I would be that excited. I would be excited about it. I would be excited about it for all of the reasons that we mentioned. Hey, speaking of baseball and excitement, the Yankees got Juan Soto. Did you put in your futures bet on Yankees World Series?
I don't know about that. The Yankees are just like the Cowboys. They just pick up all like the best players, and then like it's just strictly for merch, and then they end up not really doing anything or not making it to the playoffs. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm honestly surprised they're still doing it with that formula because that formula isn't working.
Yeah, well, and they weren't very good last year.
No, with Judge and Juan Carlo and Rizzo, and it's not working, guy.
One last
some
thing.
rookies on the squad now, but whatever.
Did you? I see in these notes, but before we get to the final note, did you watch the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer?
I didn't watch. I think I watched the trailer. I watched something on Instagram. I think I watched like something that was comparing the old Vice City to the new one, to the GTA 6 Vice City. So it looked pretty good.
Did you see the video of the guy that found the actual footage that inspired the clips in the game? Like, they had like a woman twerking on a car.
I think that's what I had watched, was someone comparing like the skyline, like the beach skyline kind of thing, like where you see everything on Was it Ocean Boulevard in Miami? Southern Boulevard. Is it Southern Boulevard? South Boulevard? Whatever that main strip is, where the Clevelander and all those bars are in South Beach. But I think that's what it's inspired after. But yeah, that was a pretty cool video. But it leaked, right? Didn't it leak? I saw more memes about the leak.
It leaked the night before, at like 10 o'clock the night before. Apparently because somebody's kid, somebody who works at Rockstar's kid shared it with a friend.
He did. He just like walks away before like pulling the trigger, and like the kid walks on and just starts hitting a bunch of buttons and shit. Oops, send. I send it to Mikey.
Yo, but he walked into school the next day and everyone was like, "Oh!" He walked into school in like slow motion. They all like clapped for him.
He's like, "Oh, it's him. That's him.
It's the guy who leaked it." 12 hours earlier for a game that comes out in 2 years.
Yeah, just memes about people like Rockstar finding the guy who leaked it, and it was like the Godfather when the shooting dude with the Tommy gun in front of the car when they kill.
Now the Rockstar employees are all going to be working for 12 hours a day, every single day until that game comes out. They're going to be sleeping under their desks.
It'll get delayed again. People are like, "Oh, it's coming out soon, brother." I'm like, 2025 soon? We might have a pandemic. I fucking know. Anything could happen till now and then.
Right. The world might not even exist by the time GTA 6.
I ain't getting my fucking hopes up. But this is that game that these people that look forward to these GTA games, it's the only game that they want to play.
Yeah.
Like, it's the only game. Like these are the ones that when you play GTA and stream it on Twitch, they're in your chat like, "Hey, did you do that mission?
Yeah.
Did you do the final mission yet? Oh, what'd you do? What'd you decide when blah 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 Mikey did this and da da da? Did you kill so and so?" Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, that's all they care about is Grand Theft Auto.
Well, and
the worst backseaters.
Grand Theft Auto. What other games like that? FIFA, Madden, Call of Duty, obviously.
Normies.
Fortnite. Yeah, they have people who like just play that. I guess you could say other things like what the fuck's that thing? It's like a live action like Dota 2 or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like
CS:GO.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to those people. I mean,
they're Chad games. They're Giga Chad games. Chad gaming.
I love GTA. I loved 4. I loved them all. I love San Andreas. Thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of GTA in my life. But I gotta be honest with you.
These people, I'm sorry to interrupt, but these people also that know life the game, some of them don't even do the missions. They just run around and get 5 stars and shoot shit all day. They don't even play the fucking game.
Yo, when we lived in Jersey, that's what we would do. We would literally pass the controller around. We would just smoke, and like you'd get you'd have to start out by getting as many stars as possible. You survive until you die or get arrested, pass the paddle. Let's go. That's true male bonding right there.
Yes, Brent, I'm okay. Did you see me have a conniption in chat on Tuesday?
Oh yeah, because
I was like,
you had a senior moment.
I got fucked up because like subscribers is subscriber only mode on Twitch means we can't chat.
Right, but but you said that. You're not a subscriber, So how did you even say that in chat?
Well, it was giving me a 5-minute countdown actually. Right. I was like, if you're not a subscriber, you need to subscribe in 5 minutes. But I'm already a subscriber anyway. So I don't know why you even said that. But maybe it was just because of the first time you click the button and it's just a general announcement when you jump in the chat. Either way, I was like, "Oh, wait, we're on YouTube. Oh, it's members."
Yeah, you had a little senior moment. GTA 3 is the best.
Oh, man.
I was never into GTA, but I loved Red Dead 2, so I'm going to do this GTA 6. That's Steve. Do I look like a beautiful man? Check it out. I got a haircut, Bren.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got the sides, and I have like the baseball player mullet.
Oh, yeah, the Bryce Harper.
Yeah. I was like, make me look like an Ecuadorian baseball player. Or a soccer star.
Yeah.
So you had a dream. Yeah, so, I didn't really feel anything about GTA 6. It's like, okay, it looks dope, but it's like, There's no gameplay. I guess you learn who the character is. They show you like the main characters.
Oh no, it's supposed to be a Bonnie and Clyde. It's a couple, male and female.
So
which is cool. So they'll switch back, or sometimes you do missions together. And
yeah,
it's the first time you're playing as a female too.
Right,
So
and
fucking do.
Yeah, but that was leaked. That same kid who leaked the YouTube video told that to his very same fucking friends months ago. You know, it's going to be about a guy and a girl.
That already? Did we already know that? I just wasn't data
we already
mining.
knew that.
So it wasn't data mining on Reddit about all that shit. Bro, I don't care about that shit. They release fucking. I don't care about a lot of this stuff with games anymore because it's so many spoilers and things they show too much. Like they all at the game show yesterday. They showed Final Fantasy VII, like another Final Fantasy VII remake trailer.
When the hell does that come out? 2000.
That comes out February.
Oh, okay.
Not February 2025.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say 2026.
2024. So
yeah,
less than 2 months. But they're just still showing too much, and I decided not to watch it. Like, so I gotta just avoid it. But still, like they show too much.
You know, it probably is a good time to get back into to play 7 again. Are you gonna play 7 again?
I might play like a mod of it or something.
Oh, like Boss
I want to get
Rush.
back. I want to get back into streaming, man. I want to start playing all these games again, but it's hard to get time and all that kind of stuff. You know,
lot of great games. I never beat Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate was pushing my computer's storage capacity to the max, and I had fucking editing and photoshopping to do, so I fucking deleted it. I gotta like wait until I get a PS5 or get a better like fucking computer or something, because I can't run. I literally cannot run Premiere, Photoshop, and Baldur's Gate 3. I can't have all 3 of those things on my computer at the same time.
yeah.
So
Time for an Alienware.
yeah. Hey, sponsorship. Maybe Justin Wang will hook us up with one. Yo, before we get into wrestling, tell me about your dream about Christian McCaffrey, because you went to the Eagles game. I see this in the notes, and I highlighted it because I'm really excited.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Christian McCaffrey is the young, cute running back on the San Francisco 49ers. And I have been having these weird dreams. And last night I had a dream that I was like friends with him.
Nice.
And then I don't know, like not friends, but like I was acquaintance to him, and people are like, "Oh, whoa, like you're cool with Christian McCaffrey. Maybe you do that resale thing. You should get him to sign a bunch of stuff." I was like, "Oh shit, that's a great idea." So what I did was I went to a bar to ask someone for advice, the bartender, and the bartender was the Undertaker.
Nice. Slow reveal, turns around. Hello.
Young. Well, the bartender was I don't know why the Undertaker needed to have a bartender job.
Well, that's because that's how he dresses now. He dresses like a VFW, like
BD. I would say
a BDSM bartender.
Is that what the belly says? It'll say BDSM.
Yeah, I think he has BDSM tattooed on his stomach. No, it says BSM.
No way. It doesn't say BDSM. It says like badass mother effers or something. It's whatever their gang is with the Godfather.
BSM. Parentheses.
BSM? It's definitely B something. BDSM.
Yeah, he actually bartends at the bar where they found Vito being gay in Sopranos.
Oh, okay.
You know the club that Vito's at?
I never watched The Sopranos anyway. So.
Well, I
thought you meant Vito.
Ruined the Vito arc for you.
Oh yeah.
Well, Vito was leading a secret life as a gay man.
Oh, okay.
You know, he was a gangster, and one of the guys was going to make a collection at the bar, and obviously all the Italian mobsters, they're very very close-minded. And they're like, "Oh, I hate being here. Oh my god!" And then Vito's like, got a guy on a leash, and he's like swinging the thing, and he's dressed like the Undertaker, basically. You know, well, he's actually dressed more like Demolition, but the Undertaker bartends at that place.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go on. I'm sorry.
Larry says Bone Street Crew.
Oh,
so
BSK.
That's what it was.
BSDK.
But yeah, the dream just kind of just tails off. I start asking Undertaker about pricing of how much I should charge Christian, and then I don't.
Well, I mean, listen, Undertaker said Scooby-Doo on Cameo for like $5,000. So if there's anybody who knows about pricing, it's him.
Scooby-Doo, brother. Did you speaking of the Undertaker, did you see that he was at the Longhorns game?
Oh yeah, they had the whole crew was there.
Drew didn't look too happy.
Oh, with the Samantha Irvin.
Well, it was Sam. It's my favorite, Sam Irvine.
Yeah, Irvine.
My second favorite, Jade Cargill.
Oh, the two goats, cringe goats.
Sheamus.
Sheamus, yes, correct. Drew.
I'm missing somebody. Charlotte?
Yeah, maybe Charlotte.
Oh, no. Then it was Taker and Michelle McCool. I knew there was a blonde in there.
Right. Taker and Michelle McCool. Because they were at the Big 12 National Championship game between Texas and somebody.
Where was it at?
I think it was it was in AT&T Stadium.
It was. Okay, so that's what it looked like. So I guess Sam Irvine actually introduced the Longhorns. I didn't hear the audio.
The Texas Longhorns.
Texas. Oh, yeah. I'm good. I for some reason I couldn't get the audio working on the clip, and I wasn't that bent out of shape about it. So, what was the one thing? Oh yeah, Drew. The one thing I noticed was Jade Cargill dancing with Sam Irvine.
Yes.
Like Sam Irvine's dancing to like some music, and then Jade's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get up and dance too. There's a camera on us. I'm gonna dance now."
Yeah, and they were
also
acting
caught
like
her
best
throwing
friends.
up the
Right, she didn't do the hook 'em.
the NWO.
She didn't do the hook 'em. She did the too sweet. She didn't know to hook.
I
the
don't
fingers.
think Jade Cargill's ever seen an Undertaker match, nor knows who Michelle McCool is.
Oh well, she
I'd be willing to bet.
But that's what makes her great. She's just like, hey, what's up? Who are you?
I saw her respond to something on Twitter or wherever, and it was like, why haven't you debuted yet? And it was like some diatribe about like, honey, I'm preparing a legacy here, and a diamond needs to be refined, and all this bullshit. You just can't fucking.
I can't wait to see her.
You can't Irish whip or fucking do a scoop slam properly.
Well, I mean, listen. She doesn't need to. She can just go to football games. Yeah, and the Undertaker, I guess, loves the Texas Longhorns, and he had
that's what he cares about is Texas Longhorns and
Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah,
that's what it says on his stomach. BLM, Blue Lives Matter.
Spell it.
That's what he says. Yeah. Well, no, the B is blue. That's how you know.
AJ only cares about video games and
Jesus Christ.
Georgia
football. Right.
Georgia Bulldogs.
He cares about getting his wife pregnant. The Georgia Bulldogs.
Let's go, Brandon.
He's got like 8 kids.
Yeah, and he keeps getting them like tattooed on the side.
Love him,
yeah,
AJ Styles.
Just to remember.
Yeah, so it was a cringe fest, and I guess you're referring to Drew McIntyre in that clip. Where they're obviously the two cringe lords, the queens of the lame.
Yeah, the queens of cringe, yeah.
Jade Cargill and Samantha Irvine were like dancing about, basically doing a live action TikTok dance. And then it pans over to Drew McIntyre and he's like.
Yeah, and even in the group shot, I guess they had WWE logos painted into the field too. But yeah, he wasn't too happy into the pictures and everything. I don't know. I guess he was playing a heel or something. But
right, he's brooding.
Oh, he's brooding. That's what it is.
He's brooding now. He dyes his hair black, and he's like a rogue, because he joined the Judgment Day to try to fuck up, Jey Uso or whatever, and then he disbanded himself. He quit the Judgment Day. He's like, I'm done with you guys, but I still hate Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso. And actually, Seth Rollins, even though I still hate him, I want to challenge for your title. And Seth's like, oh, sorry. Actually, Jay's the one who's going to be. Anyway. Yeah, Drew McIntyre, unhappy guy.
What else is going on? Alexa Bliss. I guess we missed this last week. Alexa Bliss had her kid. I guess it flew under the radar because of CM Punk.
I don't really do childbirth announcements, though. I never really keep up with that. Like, I don't really care. Like,
well, it's Alexa Bliss, and, if we're talking like Texas Longhorns and Blue Lives Matter, those
are two things.
Certain things I care about in life. One of them's Alexa Bliss.
Listen, I didn't say that I care about the Texas Longhorns and Blue Lives Matter. I said the Undertaker does.
Undertaker did, but I'm saying if everyone has like a 1A and a 1B, like that's my 1B.
Wow. Okay, so Alexa Bliss is up there for you. She was pregnant.
With she seemed like she was pregnant for about 3 years. Actually.
What she's pregnant with Ryan
Cabrera.
Oh,
Ryan Cabrera.
Right, Ryan Cabrera. Seems like a nice guy, I guess. Did they do a gender
Hendrix?
Hendrix.
I guess after the obvious Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah. He's always been a big influence of mine.
I'm an artist. Did you?
And Carmella had her baby too, and Jessica.
Wait, that was some time ago though, right?
Yeah, that was
like
a pre-Survivor Series, I think, and then fucking who else? Who's Ty Dillinger's fucking wife?
Iconic.
Yeah, the two iconic ladies were pregnant at the same time, but now Jessica McCain
Yeah.
is also pregnant.
Yeah, I didn't know the other one.
She's doing very tasteful, like nude photos of her pregnant belly, overly.
Who's she
photoshopped.
with? Who's the father of that baby?
I don't know. Not me.
Did you see? So, did you see? That Brock Lesnar tried to break back into NCAA competition.
Yeah, in a disguise. He just
What
wore
the
a
fuck?
disguise, dude.
That was the most viral thing this week.
Do you
in all
want to
of
know?
wrestling.
I
Bigger than CM Punk.
we're content farming. I just am very lazy content mill on Boulevard Bullies. So I just went to Twitter and saw it on Twitter and screenshotted wrestling news. And this is like what these places do. They like make a nice graphic with like the photos. And I just fucking screenshotted it, posted it on Instagram. 98 comments.
It's like the biggest police post in 6 months.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much. No, you know
Maya
what? What did I
Lesnar.
do? I did one that was like so. Oh no, check this out. Samantha Irvine, and I posted that as soon as I saw them dancing at the fucking thing. I was like, "We're getting this one." 11,500 views.
Go fish.
Hell yeah,
funny.
let's go, dude. And then I did.
So what did
another
she
one.
do? She broke the shot put or killed somebody at the track meet or something?
I think she did both of those things. She
She
just
definitely broke some record or something.
she broke the shot put record. You know what she did? She was holding, I think that's this one. She just fucking crushed that metal ball in her
she
hand.
broke the shot put.
She broke the shot put. So for those of you who don't know, I wish I had a visual aid queued up here, but Brock Lesnar's daughter, no joke, looks exactly like Brock Lesnar, but with long hair. It's like if Brock Lesnar was on Saturday Night Live playing a female version of himself, this is exactly what his daughter looks like. And it is incredible.
And
And
the pterodactyl screamed. He does.
Ah!
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh man.
She is and then dude, should I read some of these comments?
Yeah, sure. As long as they're somewhat tasteful.
Somebody
Which
put
I don't think they will
somebody
be.
put 5 beers.
Ah! No. Fuck no. Fuck no, man.
Which I thought was so fun. Or yeah, and then somebody else put 3 beers.
Oh, wow.
And 3 beers really fucking made me laugh. Just like the idea that it wouldn't take that many beers. Like just commenting that and then the added layer of like 2 beers. It's just so fucking funny to me.
No beers, apparently.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, dude.
Fucking marks.
She needs to come to WWE and absolutely destroys. We got to preserve Brock's genetic code, which is true. Brooke Lesnar, New Women's Champ, looks more like Brock than Brock.
This is terrible. They're terrible people.
Very impressive, and don't want to be an internet hater, but it's the school's females long throw record. It's not long throw, it's actually shot put.
Shot put, yeah.
It says it right there on the graphic made by somebody else. What's the big deal? I thought it was going to be an NCAA record or something.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, she's still in high school?
And look at this. And then somebody who's really into women's NCAA shot putting, college shot putting, last year's NCAA winner threw about 3.5 foot further. Hopefully she will get there.
Whoop-de-fucking-do. Back to the meme. Like, why are people like trying to derail these fucking things sometimes? I
feel like if aliens came to Earth and wanted to try to fuck with us, I would want to send Brock Lesnar's family to defend us.
Yeah.
Brock
Lesnar
Let's
guy.
do this.
We should send Brock Lesnar guy. That's what we should send. The little fucking.
We're gonna say that guy's going too. He's part of the family. All right.
What else is going on? You saw Ken Shamrock re-signed?
To the E?
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
No idea. What the fuck is he gonna do?
Neither does he. He doesn't know either.
I don't know what Hunter was thinking there, but I mean, maybe he's gonna. Well, maybe he's just gonna. You know.
Yo, I got it.
I don't have to wrestle. Now I can do a UFC kind of MMA style. You know,
dude, I know exactly what he needs to do. He needs to fight Logan Paul.
Yeah, I guess that would be a somewhat of a draw. I guess you could say, like, because it's, you know, he's mixed around in boxing and all that too. Right?
Yeah, it's got to be something like that. Or maybe it's going to be Ken Shamrock versus Jake Paul. But no, they're both just boxers, right? They don't do MMA.
No, Shamrock did MMA. That's what he was doing.
Oh, it's just Hall of Fame.
Before he was in the Attitude Era, you know.
I guess that makes sense. This is the year of TKO and Endeavor.
Brian said maybe Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that would make sense, right?
But he's probably in shape enough to do Hall of Fame and then do a match in Mania, maybe. If that's true. Yeah, I don't know if he signed to wrestle, Brian, but I just did a quick headline thing. You know, I was just spamming. Maybe a little deeper digging could.
Oh, and speaking of Endeavor, TNA signed a multi-year streaming deal with Endeavor. Now, Endeavor owns TKO, right?
Yes.
But so Endeavor owns a lot of different things. So that's not really like a big deal.
So it's going to be an app, I guess, TNA Plus or some shit. And they're going to have, it's kind of like Peacock or whatever, or they're going to have their pay-per-views and all their shows.
Why would I do that when I could just watch the 24-hour Impact Twitch channel?
Oh, did they have a 24-hour channel?
I think they might have shut it down recently, probably because of that. But
yeah, maybe
for a while they were just playing like everything, like episode 1 to like I don't know whatever, and it would just be like constant on loop.
Yeah. You see the also copyrighted. You see this mark that copyrighted Yeet.
Yeet hasn't Yeet always been a thing? Isn't Yeet when you like jump off of something tall?
Yeah, like you yeeted. I yeeted myself over there, or like it's used a lot in like gamer terms too.
Yeah, like if you're gonna jump
off,
why do you
yeet
thing?
yourself all the way over there like a dumbass? Like,
you say yeet when you jump, like when you're gonna jump off a thing.
Yeah, but they were putting it on a shirt, and then I guess they tried to copyright it, or I don't know what happened, and then some mark indie wrestler no one's ever heard of like put the kibosh on it.
Smart.
I mean, why isn't people are just like, why doesn't he take a payday?
Why couldn't you just I mean, you could just trademark yeet like that. You just take a word and trademark it.
This is all like bunkhouse news sites. I get my shit from.
That's unconfirmed.
None of this
unconfirmed
shit,
sources.
Shit is legit, and some of this isn't. If anyone has any sort of rebuttal or like wants to fact check me, go right ahead.
Maya Lesnar, by the way. So basically,
Maya Lesnar, yeah.
What I've done is I've signed up for Tinder Extreme, like the premium version, just so that I can like, because when you're in that, you can like change your location. And I've done mine to
holler like Japanese girls and stuff.
Colorado State, because I'm trying to find Maya Lesnar.
Yeah.
I'm going to find her Instagram.
I guess Sami Zayn's taking some time off. Did you hear anything about this?
Didn't he get like injured? Did they do an injury angle with him?
I don't know. I haven't the only thing I watched from the E since Survivor Series is the Punk promo, and that was it. And apparently Punk's on SmackDown tonight. So
you think he's going to come on at like 9:50, just like he did on Raw?
Probably, yeah. Or maybe start the show. Who knows?
So the guy wouldn't take a payday to give up yeet, huh?
Yeah, you can yeet a skeet. I cannot skeet a yeet. Ski. What else is going on?
Well,
I guess Andrade might be leaving AEW soon. We're about to get into that, but I
Well,
don't know.
Andrade's like they're finally doing something with him. He was like gone for so long, and now he's back and he's doing his thing. So I guess I would assume that they want to re-sign him. They put him with Lana.
My sexy, flexible life.
Yo, before this will be a good transition into AEW because one of the biggest news stories and most hilarious memed is Bryan Danielson coming out that he was on. Not only was he part of the disciplinary committee that elected to fire CM Punk, but he is now apparently in charge of giving out fines to wrestlers backstage, more specifically for disparaging the company on social media. So Daniel Bryan is reading all the tweets. He is scrolling through your likes. And if you are going to say something disparaging about AEW, he's going to come give you a fine. And you know what's
I
funny?
think it's the perfect time to bring back the toxic tweet along.
Oh, yes, we
And
should.
just keep fucking adding at him and shit until he responds.
Daniel Bryan, please find me. Find me. Find me. Find
The American snitch.
Oh, yeah, so he's a cop caller, unfortunately.
Well, he was vegan, so it was only a matter of time.
Yeah, I know. Have you ever tried vegan pizza? Well, we
I
can't.
believe so. I've signed. I made a nice vegan chocolate zucchini bread one time.
Ooh. Well, we shouldn't disparage vegans because also Steve's wife Victoria has made delicious Christmas treats in vegan form that I've eaten as well.
Oh yeah, I mean vegan food is very good, but some of the people within the community can be quite cringe.
Like Daniel Bryan, who's giving out fines, and apparently I didn't realize this. I heard this on Jim. Apparently, the night of CM Punk's Raw promo, Daniel Bryan tweeted out, sometimes the right thing to do isn't necessarily always the thing that makes the most money or is the most popular, but what's right is right. It was a very cryptic, well-timed tweet by Daniel Bryan, and then like 2 days later, the news broke that he was on the disciplinary committee, and now he's giving out fines. And you know what's the best, Joe? You know these photos of Daniel Bryan from like Rampage promos, where it's like him, like, and it's like, I don't know, he's given like a serious face, but in the proper meme context, it does look like he's about to give you a fine. It's like a wrestler talking shit about AEW, Daniel Bryan around the corner, and it's like he's like glaring. It's very, very funny. There are so many photos, even the one that we used for the Instagram. There are so many photos where his face looks like he's about to tattle on you, and that's my favorite part of the story.
Was there anyone that's confirmed been fined? Like, didn't someone come out and say, not like I was fined, or I might have saw some bunkhouse news that said, something along those lines, like they had proof that had already, like, or maybe it was just like multiple people have already been fined within the company.
I think that sounds more like what I heard or read.
And
this wasn't some fly-by-night news site. This was actual wrestling journalism.
Ringside News.
It wasn't Ringside News. It was
Meltzer,
Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.
Oh, is that what it was? The Meltzer news was just the morale being super low, and people are trying to get out of their contracts now. So now Meltzer's kind of changed his tune or completely changed, as flip-flop now in AEW. Because usually he would be,
because they can't tweet
I think
what
it was
they want
because of
anymore.
the Young Bucks. That's why he was all about AEW, but now the Young Bucks are stepping away. So now Meltzer's kind of like bringing the heat on AEW now.
Huh.
So, but did you see that Meltzer thing that you did say like all the morale's at a all-time low? Danielson's giving out these fines. There's people that just signed that are trying to get out of their contracts and shit like that. So,
well, when I hear, as we get close to the inevitable implosion of AEW, I feel like I'm gonna miss it when it's gone. I feel like
we'll have no show.
Exactly. It's been
the final show.
This might be the final show. It's been so fun to watch, You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, just the drama and, like, the Cody Rhodes, you know, going back, and, like, CM Punk now, and, like, Tony Khan being, like, a walking meme, you know?
Yeah, all,
It's
all
like,
the media scrums.
Yeah, the
and
media
just
scrum.
So
Oh,
many
my
memes. You know, the ring.
The ring, the exploding ring.
Yeah, the exploding ring.
Come on, man.
Fucking botches and
Chris Jericho falling into the
promos.
pillows. Matt Hardy falling onto the concrete. The football
getting
field.
Getting hit with the golf cart.
Yeah, dude, come on. It's been such a run. It really has. Like, I think I just talked myself
Sky
into
Blue,
being a fan.
all these other, like, you know,
Sky
silly
Blue,
things.
Julia Hart, you know?
Yeah.
What a run. God bless him, you know? The Joey Janela run. Classic. The empty arena run. Matt Hardy teleporting through the seats to nobody. Oh, my God. What a wild ride it's been. So I'm a little Jade Cargill, Brandy Rhodes. Oh my God, the list goes on. So we do talk shit about it, and like watching it, I'm like, this sucks. This is so annoying. And like, I've openly talked shit about it, but like, this sucks. This is bullshit. But I don't want it to go away. I want Tony Khan to do this forever. Fight forever.
Yeah, because it's a meme generator. That's you know how many like social media accounts and like fucking it's a meme mill. Like some YouTube channels and social media sites like farm AEW for fucking clout. Like if they actually closed, like it'd be like a big, you know.
Tell me about it. If I was,
it'd be pretty impactful.
If I was on Twitter and I found like a this date in history tweet, and it was a WWE clip, and I wanted to screen record that clip and then make it seem like I posted that it was this date in history on YouTube, which I often do. You know, fucking WWE, they'll flag it. You know, WWE, they have enough people working somewhere where, like, yo, if you post some shit to your 100 fucking viewers that is like a recording of a WWE thing, they're gonna get you. AEW, they only got referee Aubrey Edwards scrolling the internet. That's the only two, Daniel Bryan and Aubrey Edwards, and they're both doing two different things. Yeah. There's not enough people in the office to stop content farming of AEW. So yeah,
Aubrey Edwards in general is an amazing component to AEW as well for memes as well.
I just need them to. Oh, the Jerome Hardy thing, Chris Jericho yelling at a Rumba. Chris Jericho fighting a drone. Everything Chris Jericho, really. The dancing between Max and Chris. This current MJF cringe run is like legendary.
Legendary cringe run.
Legendary cringe.
Adam, all that.
Yeah, dude. I don't want this company.
And wherever this devil thing goes to. I mean, Renee being back, you know.
Renee, oh my God, it's been such a legendary run. And
Moxley's era of domination across the fucking entire roster.
Yeah, Moxley, yeah, you got
yeah, I'm gonna miss it when it's gone, but we're gonna make sure we make some good times here.
Ray Phoenix breaking his arm, Luchasaurus. Now you got Edge cringe as well. Oh my God, what a run! Well, so what has been happening on AEW? Because I didn't watch anything at all last night of their programming. And I didn't watch Collision. Have you been tuning? Are you a Collider still?
I didn't watch Collision. Collider.
Are you still a Collider?
I didn't watch Collision this week. No, I'll watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow to kind of keep up on it. It's probably they're probably just doing more Continental Classic.
Oh, okay, the Continental Classic. For those of you watching at home, Joe, do you want to explain it? I think you should explain it.
So for anyone that doesn't know, the Continental Classic is an old.
This is my favorite part of the show, by the way.
An old school style round robin tournament, which pits 6 competitors in one block and 6 competitors in another block. And how this works is those 6 competitors will face off in singles matches against one another, accruing points. The points are as follows: a win is 3 points, and a draw is 1 point. And a loss is 0 points.
And they're 20-minute matches.
The matches are 20 minutes long.
No managers allowed.
No managers or no one allowed ringside. That's why you want to, you have the draw aspect because, it might be a 20-minute draw. And make sure Justin Roberts, 15 minutes have elapsed in the match. 15 minutes. You're going to have that sometimes, to make you think the match is going to go, Eddie Kingston also put his money where his mouth is.
Right.
He is in the blue block, the blue league, or block B or whatever you like to call it. He put his money where his mouth is. He took the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship, put it up for grabs, along with the New Japan Strong Openweight title.
Right. Because he was dual champion.
He was dual champion. He put them both up. He kind of relinquished them, I guess, in a way, and he put them both up. And the winner of the Continental Classic would become the first ever AEW Triple Crown champion. He would be the first ever ROH World Heavyweight champion of the New Japan Strong Openweight titled Continental Classic Triple Crown AEW champ.
All in one belt. It's going to be the metal will be
all
melted
one
down.
Belt. It will be all one meta belt of the world.
Of the continents.
Yeah, of the world. So, yeah. I need to take a breather after that.
It's exciting. It's really exciting.
It's exhilarating. There's already been a few people eliminated, actually, mathematically eliminated.
Okay. Interesting.
We will get into that shortly.
You know what? I feel like as we track this, I should have the graphics because I've been seeing it's like imagine a bingo card and like
bingo card on its side.
And every wrestler wrestles each other. So if you can imagine, every wrestler wrestles each other. So on the X-axis, it's every wrestler's name. But on the Y-axis, it's also every wrestler's name of that block. And then down the diagonal, it's like they're X'd out because obviously the wrestler can't fight each other. And then based on their matches, the number gets filled in. 3, 1, 0.
And then all those points get accumulated, and then mathematically, even if you win out, you can't win. So then you're eliminated.
So then you're eliminated, and then now does block the gold and the blue blocks? Obviously,
the gold league and the blue league.
The gold league and the blue league. Once again, this is for the Continental Championship, the
Continental
Ring of
Classic,
Honor,
first ever Triple Crown champion,
Ring of Honor,
which consists of the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship, the New Japan Strong Openweight World Championship, and the newly crowned Continental Classic champion, which will become one meta belt.
Because Eddie Kingston put his money where his mouth was.
Because Eddie Kingston put his money where his mouth was, and I don't think he's won a match yet.
No, and I don't think that he really wanted to relinquish them. He was just like, I will defend them. The way he said it, he's like, I will defend them in each of my matches.
Yeah, first off, his idea got they took the idea of him defending it every match, and it turned into just him relinquishing them. And
just give them to us. Give them to us. So
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, so
I also may have maybe misunderstood it, but there's AEW booking is so confusing. You cannot fucking blame me. I'm pretty sure they said that Edge and Christian was going to be for the TNT title this past Saturday on Collision, and then it ended up being this past Dynamite that we're about to review now. So, but I could have misunderstood or misheard that and misremembered it. I'm pretty sure I thought they were going to go to that because that's what they did with MJF and Omega that one
and
time.
Eddie Kingston put his money where his mouth was.
Yeah.
So who has been eliminated? Do you even know?
Yeah. So Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal have both been eliminated so far. I don't think they do Blue League matches on Dynamite anyway. So I haven't seen a lot of these matches.
Now let me ask you this. I have one more question about this, and then we'll get into our AEW review.
Yeah, of course. Take all. We're very ahead tonight, so take all the time.
Because I'm frankly, I think I'm missing it. You got the Blue League, and you got
the Blue League consists of Brody King with a score of 6, Andrade El Idolo, the score of 3, Bryan Danielson with a score of 3, Claudio 3, Danny Garcia 0, and Eddie Kingston 0. But they're only at the 2 bottom guys, Garcia and Kingston. They're at 0 and 2. So if they lose one more match, like I think Danny Garcia and Bryan Danielson face off next. So like Danny's probably gonna get eliminated. But I mean I guess Eddie can get eliminated too, or is Eddie gonna come back from 0-2? I don't know.
Let me ask you this: you got the gold square of wrestlers, and you got the blue square.
The gold league consists of John Moxley,
So
John Moxley, believe it or not, 9 points, one of the highest scored. Swerve Strickland, surprisingly, 9 points.
met Roger Goodell, by the way. Swerve Strickland met Roger Goodell with Tony Khan.
Oh, okay.
And I think he wears Frankenstein shoes to make himself a few inches taller.
Oh, yeah, he probably does. Wait, Goodell or Swerve?
Swerve.
Jay White with a score of 6. He's hanging in there. Rush has about 1 win and 2 losses. So I think if he takes one more, he's out. And Jay Lethal was 0-3. Mark Briscoe 0-3.
You know what was another great moment in AEW history? When Nick Gage was slicing Chris Jericho's head and they cut to the Domino's commercial.
That is amazing. The fact that Nick Gage was even in AEW to do a death match against Chris Jericho.
Incredible.
That was the peak Nick Gage. That was would that be correct?
Domino's. Sponsored by Domino's.
Was that peak Nick Gage, I think? Because that was right after Cardona, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get. Well, it's one of Nick Gage's many peaks.
Yeah, that's right. Because he has many errors.
Oh my God, yeah, and Eddie Kingston did. Oh my God, what a. So my question to you that I'm trying to get to the bottom of, obviously, there's going to be one wrestler inevitably that comes out of the gold batch, and there's going to be one wrestler that comes out of the blue batch. My question to you is, does each bracket take the top 2 points people and have them wrestle? Or is it just the highest points after everything's said and done in this, and the highest points in this, and those 2 guys wrestle each other? Is there a semifinal, is my question.
I was saying that. I was assuming they were going to do it like G1.
In G1, is there a semifinal?
Yeah, there's semis and then finals.
But there are multiple blocks. There's more than 2.
No, there's just 2 blocks, but there's more guys. I think they're doubled, or 8 and 8. Does that make sense? If there's 8 and 8,
I guess
there's
so.
definitely more. And then the semis are usually the best matches. I mean, there'll always be like good matches, but like they really let the guys go in the semis, and then usually the finals really good too. But like some of the best matches have been the semis.
It's just, listen, G1 is obviously.
To answer your question, I don't know. Because Swerve and Moxley are already promoting their match coming up next, which I think is next Dynamite, which is probably the main event of the next Dynamite. So do they just take the top guy, or are we going to maybe see a rematch with Swerve and them? I don't know. They don't elaborate to this shit. They make it up as they go.
We need to. And I promise I've been saying this for weeks now, but I will find the clip of Tony Khan sitting at the media scrum with his red scarf on, explaining this to people like he's speaking human language. You know what I mean? Like he's just confidently laying out all the details of this very long-winded thing, and it's just funny. It's just very, very funny.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Morale very low.
I don't know where they were this week. I want to say that the Renee over under was 3.5 this week, though. What do you want to take?
Oh my God, Renee over under has been killing me. Last night I took the.
She hasn't been around much. She hasn't been around much.
Yeah, she's due. I think she's due. Last night I took the over in my mind, and I was right. And tonight I will take the over once again. Punk is on TV.
Is he on SmackDown? What's he doing on SmackDown? Keep us
keep us updated. The Fox app doesn't work anymore, so you can't watch real TV on Fox.
Oh, that sucks.
So, where were they? What were they doing?
I don't know where they were this week. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They were in Canada this week.
For Edge. I believe
they were in Montreal.
I cannot believe that they had fucking Edge versus Christian just on a Dynamite. Like it was all leading. Like the last pay-per-view they had the 6-man. Why did they why was this the headline of the show when they have a pay-per-view at the end of the month? I mean, I guess they'll do a rematch and run it back, but Jesus Christ.
Because it's in Canada. And see, this is what it was. They're both Canadian. Christian is from Canada, and Edge is from Adam Copeland is from Canada. and they were in Canada. So the booking says they should wrestle in Canada.
Yeah, you have to wrestle in the main event on your birthday in your hometown.
The only thing that makes sense.
That's the joke, you know.
It's the right decision, Pat.
I feel like that's like an old school wrestler way to call a promoter a mark, is to be like, oh, he's booking himself on his birthday, or like, you know what I mean? Like something about like it's something like that. Like, oh, this guy's booking himself in his hometown on his birthday, and that's literally the entire AEW booking model. Is that joke? It's like if they're in your hometown, you're on your birthday, you're wrestling,
and you're going over.
You're going over, brother.
Third down.
Make some noise.
Wait a minute. Do I have this right? Why did I said first segment, Rush defeats Moxley.
Hey, at the link in Philadelphia, when the Eagles are on offense, is it really, really crazily quiet?
Where?
At the
or
link.
What?
Right?
I'm sorry. What was the?
When the Eagles are on offense.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
It's very, very. It's hauntingly quiet.
Yeah, I mean, like they tell you to shut up.
Shh. Okay, go ahead.
You know?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like people are like shh, shh, like that. They were shushing me.
Hey,
when I would
shut
talk.
up!
Shh.
Offense at work.
Let Jalen cook, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry. So how did Dynamite open up?
So,
I need Renee here. I need first segment Renee.
No.
Come on, Renee.
First segment was Rush versus Moxley.
Oh, Roosh.
Looking at my notes, for some reason, I wrote Rush defeats Moxley, which does not happen. So I don't think that happened. I mean, he's 3-0, so I probably just wrote that down. It's a Freudian slip, so I'm sure Moxley. But yeah, all these matches have been good. Next up was Renee segment number 1. Adam.
Got it. Boom. Right away. First
an
half hour,
interview-
Renee.
It was an interview on the stage, and Adam came out, and Roddy came out. He denounced the wheelchair gimmick.
Right. He broke free of the chair that bound him.
They pushed the chair off the stage like they did like Kane Cardona. Kane did it.
Right, but he continued on in the neck brace though. Did he rip off the neck brace?
No. Still no neck brace, or still with the neck brace.
That's his moneymaker.
Yeah, and like Renee was just cringe and just standing there and trying to be like real and like funny or she. I think she thinks it's her podcast. I think she thinks she's like really funny on her podcast and like really real, you know. And then she tries to bring the same thing over to live television, and just like it just doesn't work.
She sucks.
Speaking of Renee, back-to-back fucking segments.
Boom!
Number 2.
We're crushing this. We are crushing this week.
Adam Page is back and still sucks. MJF and Page. It was a backstage segment that was outside of I guess MJF's locker room, and she was interviewing him for a little bit, and then MJF came up and they started going back and forth. It was a real long, drawn out segment. It sucked.
I love this.
Yeah, I mean, I just wrote that she's sucking all the air that's out of the room. Not that there's much air left to do the two nerds. Next up, Swerve defeat. I think I don't know. I don't know what. Oh, Joe came in and then said they had bigger stuff to do because they were supposed to have a match versus the Devils. We'll call them the New Jersey Devils.
So wait, the Devils are wrestling?
They booked a match last week for this week, but it didn't happen. But
okay. So they're getting ready for the Devils.
The Devils, or at least the New Jersey Devils.
Martin Brodeur.
Martin Brodeur.
They had another guy that I feel like I used to know his name. Joe, I just right now decided that I think I want to play the next hockey video game.
That's a waste of $59.99.
We got into golf through video games.
Maybe I would say go back to another generation.
Like the Sega, like.
No. I'm sorry, not generation. I would maybe do some research on current gen ones and see which one is worth getting into, like last year or year before, and not have to like invest as much money.
Because I got to FIFA, and like I got to soccer through FIFA.
Yeah, but how much money did you throw on FIFA?
Well, you know what happened? It was free on PlayStation Network, and I played it free. And then when the new one came out, I bought it.
Yeah.
The final
okay.
FIFA, because it sounds like United Football something.
Oh, okay. They changed.
I think it's just called FC Football Club.
Foot Fairies. Yeah. So yeah, I would try it out. I was thinking of getting probably the last WWE 2K. Was it 2K? The one you play?
Oh, 23? It's a great game. I highly recommend
It's always on sale, or it's about that really cheapo price range where it's like $20-$25 right now or whatever. So yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. We'll see.
I think you should.
Swerve defeated Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe is eliminated mathematically. Still keeps even though he won't technically. Whatever. Some of my notes I just write, and I just like don't even. I can't even. That's how much I care about watching the show now. When I write my notes, I can't even recite them properly on the actual pod.
Joe, this show is so boring that I'm started looking at my phone while you were telling me about it. Where are we at with Renee?
Well, the next segment up is Renee.
Boom, 3 Renees. Here we go.
Maria Mai segment. Still being weird and Renee not helping. So it was some like backstage segment with them where, I don't know, just a shitty promo, and then Renee.
Now, was Tony Storm on the show?
Well, Tony was. There was a title match later on.
I'll wait.
She faced Evil Sky Blue.
Oh, tits out. Right. That was the viral thing from AEW. All right, what's next?
So they had the segment that was supposed to be Joe and MJF, but someone attacked MJF. It was Joe and MJF versus the Devils, but it never happened because somebody attacked MJF in the back.
So what? We get like a Joe entrance.
Get a Joe entrance,
and then
there's no.
And a
MJF.
Camera runs through the parking lot. You see MJF laying next to
he's
broken
laying down
glass.
in the loading dock with
Right.
the belt, just the triple B, because that's a great name and caught on and got over.
Right, yeah.
And someone hit him over the head with a beer bottle.
Wow.
So they're saying it might be the return of beer money.
I would love that. It's Rick Rude's son, Jimmy Rude. What's the guy's name?
Is it?
No, what's the guy's name?
I mean,
Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode.
It's Bobby Roode. It's Roode, not RUD.
Yeah, they're not related.
No, and I think Bobby Roode is still working for the E anyway, unless he got released. I mean,
so can we talk about the Devils?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Okay, so I have some new information from none other than Boulevard Bullies Ringside Sean. And Ringside Sean suggested, he threw a name in the ring that I thought made a lot of sense. Richard Holiday.
Who?
Rich Holiday.
Oh. Who is this? Remind me.
Formerly in a group with MJF in MLW.
Oh,
he had cancer. He had some kind of cancer, and he
earbuds,
right? Guy, AirPod.
Yeah. I saw him. I was standing right next to Sean during his last match.
So
at GCW,
he's been, he just teamed up with Charles Mason in XPW or in CZW. I mean, in GCW. He just teamed up with Charles Mason. The crowd went mild. And he's been saying a lot of crazy, things on his Instagram about being a devil. So, who do you think it's going to be?
I wish we had sound effects so I can do that, like the crickets.
Cricket.
I'm hearing
offense at work. Offense at work.
Offense at work. Crickets. I'm getting live messages saying that the Punk promo on SmackDown was quite epic, and it's what it should have been on Raw.
Wow. That's interesting. I'm excited to watch it.
So that was his prediction.
His prediction is that he thinks that it could be Rich Holiday.
I thought he was going to the E.
I think it could be Bobby Roode. The beer bottle is an obvious sign.
Money. Oh yeah, exactly. That's the first thing I thought of.
Is there any
It's
way
Cowboy James Storm, right?
That's awesome.
And Bobby Roode. That's beer money.
Who do you think it's going to be? And do you think it will be revealed on December 30th?
I think for their sake, they need to hurry up and make it a thing. On December 30th. I mean, maybe them being in Long Island might help it heat wise. They can reveal themselves in the main event. Oh,
It's
is
in
it
Long
probably going to
Island?
be? Yes, it's in it's in Uniondale or whatever. What do they call that place now? The old. No, is it where the Devils the Devil?
The Islanders play at USB.
Islanders
That's usually
play?
where they go. They usually go to USB Arena.
Yeah, it's that one because they don't. Nassau Coliseum's not a thing anymore, right?
No, USB is kind of like the new Nassau, and it's much, much closer.
Okay. Did they tear down the old Nassau?
Yeah, I think it's just a big ass parking lot over there.
Okay. Yeah, it's at the USB Arena. So it's in MJF hometown, so he's gonna get cheered. But yeah, so whatever happens to him, I guess maybe there won't be any sort of, swerving going on with the booking. He'll just be booed. Or they will be booed if they do anything with him. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Rich Holiday. I'm still going with CM Punk, actually. Well, who else? I mean,
Okay, realistically, a lot of people this week, or I guess last week, were saying it could be Wardlow because it looked like Wardlow's hair was flattened. But I don't really think it's going to be Wardlow. I think that would be really dumb. People are saying
you got to realize that like a lot of the stuff they build up, like remember when they built up the Exalted one of the Dark Order, like that fell flat too. Like God rest Brody, but that fell extremely flat. That's kind of just like what they do. They build things up and it's never as good. They're good at building things up. This is not being built up that well, but usually they're good at building like guys up, workers up for like a title match. But if it's like some angle where it's like some like big fucking like, these guys are coming in and it's going to be this thing and there's going to be a huge reveal, it's always fucking flat.
Well,
Always.
I think if it's Adam Cole and or Britt Baker, that makes the most sense, and that's what should happen. They are trying to make everyone think that it's everyone, says Brian, and then it's going to be goddamn Adam Cole, which I agree. I think that would be the best case scenario is if it's Adam Cole. The worst case scenario is if it's Jungle Boy. And pretty much I think everything in between trends towards shite unless it's Adam Cole betraying, what's his nuts? MJF.
Yeah. But he, I don't even remember. Maybe was Adam Cole on the show this week? When was the last time he's been on TV? I don't think the last time we saw him was the pay-per-view. So, another thing that also, it doesn't exactly point to the injury being fake, but remember in the scrum when MJF sat down and was doing his like really cringe crying promo?
My leg really hurt.
My leg really hurt. You picked it. You're really good. And the marks are like, this is amazing.
That's exactly how it went.
Yeah, and Adam Cole was on the side, just like standing up on the crutches.
Right, and Britt Baker tweeted about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe you're looking too much into it. But maybe it's like, oh, I'm just standing up because I'm not really injured. Like if I was injured, I'd be seeking sitting down.
Well, and Britt Baker also tweeted. She hasn't been on TV in a really long time, and she also tweeted something about how MJF got 20 minutes of promo time. Somebody else got like 10 minutes of promo time. How much time did Britt Baker get? 0.
No.
So I feel like Britt Baker, between her like very, very much putting over like Adam's injury and now her disgruntled tweets, I feel like she's trying to drop some breadcrumbs as well.
Yeah, I think everyone's just trying to get clout. Everyone's just trying to get some likes and shit right now.
So you think that that's what Rich Holiday's doing? He's like pretending to. Somebody gave him the brilliant idea that
you're like, oh, this is hot in the algorithm right now. Maybe you mentioned like, maybe try to act like you're a devil, brother. Yeah, like because that's what, and then it's gonna get a lot of retweets, and it's gonna get some people dinking, and then they're gonna keep on talking. It's best for business, dude.
Best for business, brother. First down.
So speaking of women's wrestling, Tony Storm defeated Evil Sky Blue.
Evil Sky Blue, who
Um,
flicked her hair, did a very, very viral
And
promo.
now she's wearing like the Alexa Bliss fiend makeup,
yes, and she
where
is
it's
evil.
like bleeding.
She's
I
evil now.
guess like
And-
evilish or not heelish. I don't know what she is.
She's got a little bit of an attitude. She's not even really
I don't think
evil.
the Marks could ever boo her. I don't.
Yeah, there's nothing she could, and she's not even like
You have
that
to, like,
evil.
cut it off of her body.
She's just like a little bitchy. Really.
Yeah.
She's just wearing like black makeup and she's like a little bit bitchy. And anyway,
Yeah.
so she flicked her hair away and went, I'm going to come out and have my tits out.
I'm gonna have my tits out.
Because that's what
Watch for the show.
that's what Tony Storm says in a very funny, like vaudevillian type of way. Tits out, chin up, and watch out for the shoe. So Sky Blue took it as a chance to go viral.
So wait. So instead of Maria Mai doing something after this match, they had Riho return.
I saw this. I saw Riho jogging to the ring in like a pink t-shirt. Rio's my
She's
favorite.
back.
She is my favorite.
She's absolute fucking worst.
Riho.
Remember when she came out with the pipe that was bigger than her? Oh, that was a good AEW meme.
Yo,
When she came out with the pipe and cleared the ring, it was like, where's that damn?
Yep, that's what it looked. Yeah. So what happened? Tony Storm
Nice
defeated.
lead pipe.
Tony Storm defeated Sky Blue, and then what? She was like beating her up afterwards or something, and Riho came out, or
I don't even remember what happened now. Yeah, what exactly happened?
but Riho came out, and that's the most important part. Everyone's morale in AEW is low except for Riho's. She's in a great mood.
Yeah, like Yoshitatsu.
That was another great moment. Remember Maki Ito singing karaoke as the match was going on in AEW? There was like a pay-per-view or something.
I've actually never seen like Maki Ito wrestle, believe it or not.
There was like a 6-way Japanese women's match on like a pre-show, and like the sixth and final combatant was Maki Ito, who came out singing and was singing on the stage while there was she was singing in Japanese.
Yeah.
And acting like I don't know, very like anime-ish, and while the match was going on.
Yeah.
It
But
was
she was
amazing.
in the match. She was in the match.
But she was in the
though.
match, and she came out.
Well,
and was
that's her.
singing.
That's her gimmick, right? Is that she's like a karaoke kind of like e-girl,
I know, but
right?
it's just
She's
so-
like kind of like karaoke Japanese kind of e-girl.
But it's just
like
so
an
funny, like, you just think about the
Avatar.
American wrestling fan watching this, and like, what the hell? What tarnation is this?
I want my old GCW back. Bring back the old GCW. Bring back Joey Janela and bring back PCO.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So Riho's back. So I guess this is gonna be stupid now because Tony, unless Tony's going over well, but I don't know.
Well, they instantly. It's just like the Adam Neck thing. Like as soon as they found out that they had something going with this Tony Storm thing, they just like bombarded it. Like too many toppings instantly.
Yeah, it's just like too many hands in the cookie jar, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks. You know what else bothers me about this Tony Storm thing? Or I guess it doesn't bother me. But
new gear this week that was really working, by the way.
was working.
She's doing like the one piece in like all white, kind of look like a Dalmatian kind of thing.
She should
And then,
and she should dress like
the
a
no knee pads and the shoot boots.
like a
Like
90s
she looks straight
20.
up like out of like shoot wrestler style, but like something you'd see like at a freak show, like some guy holding up like one weight. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Like the
Like
guys
one
with the
big-ass weight,
bicycles.
Yeah, the strong man competition or whatever. Like she's nailing that shit.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
and did you see, like, I guess because TNT or TBS, maybe this was on Collision, but I guess they had like the guy. I consider myself a nerd of weird things, But I'm not even. There's like an RJ City level of nerd where you like listen to NPR and watch like Channel 21 and C-SPAN and Turner Classic Movies.
Oh, by the way, they used the Turner
That's
Classic
what
movie.
I'm getting at.
Oh, fuck me.
No, it's fine. That's fine. No, but please,
I'm sorry.
because I'm meandering.
I thought it
about-
just so by happenstance happened.
So I'm like more of a Billy Bob. Like I like the Billy Bob and Svengoolie. Like I like that. Like
For someone who doesn't watch the show, you sure know a lot about the show.
well, because I have my finger on the pulse of what's happening.
Go ahead,
You know.
Go ahead.
So I watch it in secret.
I'm getting hosed on these over-unders. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I was watching the over. So they had like Turner Classic Movie, and I guess the guy who hosts it is a level of like Mr. Rogers nerd that I've never touched. Like, you know, it's just not what I'm into. Like, you know, I'm into like Svengoolie and shit. So I guess RJ City and Tony Storm and all these people like grew up watching like Gone with the Wind on Turner Classic Movie like over and over again, and this guy was like the voice of their childhood. So it was like a huge deal for RJ City. That's how I found out about it. He was like tweeting about it. He's like, this is peak professional wrestling right here. Because I guess the guy from Turner Classic Movies announced Tony Storm
Her intro, yeah.
in a way that he would like lead into like a Turner classic.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I mean, he did it well, but like it's kind of stupid at the same time.
Well, it's
That makes any sense.
cut reference.
It's a deep cut. I understood it, but even that guy is out of my
Yeah, I don't know
generation.
that guy.
I knew the guy before him, the old white dude with the gray hair. I forgot his name, but the
See, I
guy.
don't even-
See that guy, I remember. But anyways,
What if
no, because I watched a lot of old film when I was younger. That's the thing. So
So you were one of
my
these
father would just,
RJ
like,
City fucks.
spam that shit.
You're one of
What?
these drama kids.
No, I just watched a lot of old film. Not every. I wouldn't watch like all the old great films like Gone the Wind. Like they would play like Hollywood Monsters and all that shit on there too. Or, you know, it
Yeah,
wasn't
like
always
Them.
just. Yeah, Wolfman.
I mean, the best vintage throwback in the cut movie show ever is Mystery Science Theater 3000 by
Yeah.
far.
Oh, by the way, I was on YouTube and they must have heard us talking. YouTube decides to suggest some live channel where they have a Mystery Science Theater going all day, and it's like the new one with a woman and female bots. The female androids or bots.
They wokeified Mystery Science
Yeah,
Theater.
this shit was pretty cringe, bro.
No. Well, the thing
I
about
tried to give it a chance and I couldn't fuck with it.
like the thing that I love about Mystery Science Theater isn't just like the content, obviously, but it's the lore. Like that guy Joel who started it, he tape traded. Like he he did that on his own, made those shits on his own, made the whole thing. He very Tom Green did, and it was like tape trading. You'd have to like know somebody who knew that tape. I wasn't old enough, like I wasn't in the know, but I just
Like
know
they
this.
tape traded all those shitty movies like The Crawling Eye and fucking.
Well, no, but then he tape traded his actual episodes.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he had the guerrilla style his promotion.
Yeah, and I saw that in like a Mystery Science Theater documentary or like interview or something. And at the end of the early episodes, at the end of the credits, it says like, you know, mail away to. It has like an address, like a PO box or something. Like
Yeah,
self-addressed packaging to like this money order. It was some shit where it's like, yo, it was like mail order because he couldn't get picked up on TV because it was like, you know, he was doing copyright. You know, it was a copyright issue.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's just fucking brilliant. He's the man. You know, listen, the Young Bucks came out to, you know, when they were doing the Best of 7 series, they came out to the Chicago Bulls theme.
Oh man, that's a good AEW moment. The best
with the basketballs.
yeah,
And,
great moment.
And like they did like, and then they couldn't just do a basketball reference. They had to go double down and do Space Jam basketball reference.
Before I forget, Cody Rhodes breaking the throne.
Adrenaline in my soul. So the Young Bucks did the basketball thing. And so like that's another thing where it's like, oh my God. Like what wrestling fan? Like I grew up loving the Chicago Bulls, so I know the music that they were using. They were using the NBA on NBC.
Yeah,
The Michael Bublé music or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then that's such a deep cut. But I got it because I grew up watching that. But I did not grow up watching Turner Classic Movies, so that's kind of the same thing. They did such a deep cut just to like pop themselves, which I guess I love. But it's like, oh my God, like who is this guy? Who cares? But Tony Storm's over. What was next? I like Tony Storm. She's cool.
I had something to say, and then
I went on and on.
I forgot. It was I think it had something to do with the Turner Classic thing. And then I was gonna write it down and I just forgot. Oh well.
I just kept going.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I didn't want to interrupt, but I should have wrote it down. I'll write it down next time. Right. Jay White defeated Jay Lethal
in the this is blue bracket.
No, this is still. I don't think they do blue matches on Dynamite. I think that's how they set it up. That it's like gold stuff is only on Dynamite and blue is on Collision only.
Collusion, got it.
Because the rosters are different, right? I mean,
well, yeah, I guess you.
Brody King and Danielson and all them. Like, are they? Maybe Danielson's going to Dynamite, but they're not on TV. Like, they're not reporting to that TV. So, yeah. So Jay Lethal is mathematically eliminated, and they also were trying to throw it back to old ROH, but not that old ROH, like to when Jay White was first coming up. They're like, oh, you were wet behind the ears, and you were old. What do they call that in what do they call greenhorns in New Japan? Young lions. You were a young lion when you came in and faced me.
Huh.
So.
I mean, it sucks that Jay White is. I mean, Jay Lethal. Wait, who was mathematically eliminated?
Lethal.
It sucks that Jay Lethal's kind of just like a jobber.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of people in that company.
Yeah, but that's like so sad.
I mean, where's Keith Lee?
I feel like
I need the cricket sound effect.
Yeah, Keith Lee, when he like let his hair be gray for like 1 week, that I think that was like
and he had like the cape.
Yeah, he's like, it looked like a big fat black wizard.
Yeah, he was trying to do Dungeons and Dragons, I think, because he's super nerdy and shit. So they're probably like, you want to have a gimmick? Like, you have a gimmick. I want to be
DM.
Dungeon Master Ariel. And Ariel's powers are... Fuck me, dude. So next up was the main event. Christian defeats Edge,
dude,
to retain the TNT title after interference from Nick Wayne's mom.
Nick Wayne's mom was laying in wait, like hiding in the tall grass this whole time. She was acting like she was disgusted by Christian and disgusted by her son's choices to align himself with Christian. But guess what? Guess what, Joe?
What? Pat?
You tell me. You know what happened.
She decided that she was gonna knock Edge over the head, I guess, randomly, and they didn't really elaborate to why. So I guess Christian got to the mother.
So Christian, like, and the way that Christian gets to the wrestlers' moms, he goes like, "Call me. Are you single? Is your husband dead? You know, like blah blah blah." Like, and like, so he makes it like very sexual. You know, he's like, "Oh, hey, I'll be your real daddy." You know, like he's like, it's like kind of weird. So does that mean that in canon, Nick Wayne's mom has or is going to very very soon bang Christian?
Nick Wayne's mom?
Yeah, because Nick Wayne's mom,
I might have already happened.
She banged him. Yeah,
or that might have already. Yeah, I think that's already happened.
Okay, so it's implied that it's already happened. Well,
no, I wouldn't say it's implied. I mean, I wasn't trying to like decipher for all the clues, but
well, I mean, he goes, but you just assume because he's like, "Hey, call me. Hey, you need a real man in your life. Nick Wayne needs a father figure. Hey, baby." And then like she's like, "Oh, get away from me." But then when she aligned with him, I guess she succumbed to his advances.
Well, Nick Wayne is also with him, so it's like, maybe I want to be with my kid, and support my child. I got to do what I have to do.
Oh, okay. She's like, you know what? Well, I can't wait for Nick Wayne's mom to cut a promo explaining the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be cringe as fuck.
So how long was the match? Like, at what time did this Edge Christian thing
I think
start?
it was like at least a 15-minute match. Notes say that match included a double knockout spear. They both like dodged a spear and then hit the ropes and then tried to come for the spear. And then they were both kind of like bonk and just like
That's kind of dope.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Now, what do you think? They have to run it back for the pay-per-view, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So what do we think? You thinking a ladder, TLC, classic steel cage?
Oh, yeah, with the flaming table spot with the spear that goes through the ropes like Mick Foley. He tried to do it to Christian. He tried to do that spot. You know,
Like the Big E spear?
Is that a Big E spear
Like
where
where
the guy's on the apron and they spears him through it?
Right, it's like a
And then,
suicide dive spear.
It would have been a tape. Yeah, it would have been a table out there on fire. Like he tried that, but Christian backed out and he went over and he kicked him. So
that's kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, the match was good, dude.
Well, I have no doubt that those guys, like when Edge appeared, I was like, this is awesome. Like, Edge and Christian are gonna have like their final run together, you know.
But maybe not good to give Adam the belt right away, you know. First of all, it'd be I think no matter what, it's gonna be really good for the title. It's really good for the title having it on Christian, but it's like if they're gonna put it on Adam Copeland, it's like, is that even really necessary? Or is it gonna be like hoppitating back and forth just between them?
Yeah, but it's like, to me, Edge and Christian, the fact that those two names are wrestling each other in 2023/4, I don't even care about the title. Plus, it's not even for the world title. It's just for like one of their many.
That said, like, Christian made the TNT title mean more than the world championship, and it's kind of getting there. I think
you agree. See, I
no. See, I don't think it's there, but I think it's getting there.
I think the only time
I think by the end of this feud with them, I think if they continue and do it right, I think they can maybe, because MJF hasn't been,
Triple B.
Yeah, the Triple B ain't it, bro.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about AEW memories. As the morale is lower than it's ever been, and Edge and Christian wrestled in front of 2,500 people, and Nick Wayne's mom banged Christian. Obviously, we've been talking about a lot of memories, and I think the most prestigious that the TNT title has ever been, I hate to say it, is maybe when Cody was doing the Open Challenge, which got you Nick Gage. Oh, no, that didn't get you Nick Gage. It got you.
That was way after.
It got you Eddie Kingston. It got you Warhorse. It got you Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
For a brief moment, when I think of the
send in the clowns. Yeah.
When I think of the TNT Championship, I think of Cody Rhodes, and then maybe secondly, it would probably be tied for Miro, Sammy Guevara, and Brody Lee. And Christian, I guess, would be third tier. He's B tier
for a TNT champion.
Yeah, he's a B champion.
Did you mention Darby?
See, I didn't even think about him.
And did you mention Brody King or Brody Lee?
Yeah, Brody Lee is like A tier. Cody's S tier. Miro, Sammy, and Brody Lee. Even if you want to throw Darby in there, they could be like A tier. And like after that, it's like Christian, fucking Luchasaurus. That's it, really. Jade Cargill.
That was the TBS title.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Remember Mike Tyson being asleep? Remember Shaq? Remember Snoop Dogg? Man, AEW, what a run.
Remember Ric Flair?
What a run. Remember?
Well, we can reminisce one more time. Can I go back to this match for a second? There was a really funny spot. At one point, I don't know at what point in the match, but Christian purposely low blowed Bryce.
Just punched Bryce.
Bryce turned around and he just straight up was like fucking kicked him so that he could go out and get the belt and then try to use it. And then after the turn with Nick Wayne's mom, he put the belt down first, then put Edge's head on top of it, and they did like a con belto.
So he concerto him with the belt.
Yes. It was like belt, head, chair.
Sounds like they're on a collision course for a for a
Collision episode,
TLC match.
Yeah, I mean,
And then they're going to have to team up. And
you know what they should do? This is what they should do. This is really like a four-head 4D booking. You have the concerto spot, and then the next week you have someone get like put through a table, and then the week after that you have someone you do something with a ladder.
Joe, I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. Or, you know what? Maybe, how about this? Maybe they'll just wrestle for like months. And this one coming up will be a chair match. And then the other one
they really want to drag it out. Jesus.
Well, no, and you know what? That's why the title needs to be there, so they can have a ladder. So they can have a ladder match. All right, so they're gonna go table match, chair match, ladder match.
TLC flaming table match.
And then they're gonna go TLC on fire.
How about a Hell in a Cell? No? Oh, you can't do that.
I mean, Edge has had some pretty good Hell in a Cell matches.
I mean, if this is just going to be their feud now, and this is how it's just going to be, you're going to need a few matches, bro.
So they just got this one just out of the way.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, because there's going to be a lot of schmozzes in a lot of their matches, so it is what it is.
All right, so the Renee segments were stopped at 3. We started off hot, and she trailed off, and I
think there was only 3, yeah.
So 3.5.
From what I saw, and sometimes I can like fall asleep,
especially during the Renee.
Yeah, like that shit is brutal, bro.
So I lost again my Renee over under. I was sure about 4 times. What else? Anything else going on with AEW before we get to this WWE stuff?
Oh, I guess not. I mean, I don't have anything besides where we already like recapped earlier, stuff like that. So
had the devil, talking about the devil, talking about Edge and Christian.
Did you see that they put the devil on the back of the shirts and the vests? Like when the devil guys are around the ring or like beating someone down, there's like the devil mask on the back, and it looks like really screen printed and shitty and like not aligned, and
they're just like iron on. They're like putties. They're like they're like the putties.
Scale, like it's like the face is like up here and like maybe a little. It's really
nice. They made their own shirts. That's so cute.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a shirt. It was like, they're just putting it on top of a vest, but still, like, I mean, you can get that through pro wrestling tees or whatever.
Hey, that sounds lame. They sound like putties from Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's what they kind of look like.
And do they all wear devil masks? Or does just like the main guy wear devil masks?
No, it's just a black shroud.
It's so lame.
What happened on Raw? I'm looking at Raw results now.
Well, we already covered last week CM Punk. This past week, I don't even remember. I know that I feel like Jey Uso fought Seth Rollins for the Continental Championship, the heavyweight championship.
The World Heavyweight title, yes. Apparently he did.
And I think that Jey Uso, maybe he had some of that like athletic tape on the small of his back. And then as the match continued, it like, started like peeling off, like tearing off. And it looked like he was like had like a little bunny tail taped to his butt. It looked like he was wrestling with like a Playboy bunny, like cotton tail right on his butt. Because like the tape like bunched up. Yeah, so I saw a clip on Instagram where it's like, I guess he countered, or no, he got buckle bombed. But then Seth like went off the ropes to like do something. He fucking countered it, speared Rollins, hit him with the Uso splash for a near fall. And all I could think about in the clip, I watched it a few times because I was like, is he wearing a rabbit's tail? Does he have a ball of cotton on his butt? But no, I think it was just the tape. It was like,
yeah, some notes from that show. Apparently, you see this clip and Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler.
Oh, of the failed stink face.
Of the German. She did a German on Nia Jax, and like Nia
Oh.
didn't help at all and just was like,
Right. And I actually did see that. I saw her German Naya, and then it
crunch.
cut to the Mortal Kombat face
Yeah, like,
smashing.
"Ugh."
Well, I mean, I don't think it's fair to say that Naya didn't help at all. I think Naya probably helped as best she could, but it's like,
Yeah, but her timing has never been good. So
yeah.
that's why
Yeah,
she
it was
needs
just
so much
like
people.
ass smushing face.
Looks like DIY is tagging again versus Imperium.
All right.
Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre.
Speaking of Bobby Roode, who we mentioned earlier in the program,
Glorious.
right? DIY, that's their best thing, is that when DIY in NXT was following Bobby Roode around and playing his theme music to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Be like in the bathroom, in the gym,
yeah,
in the locker room.
Yeah.
Glorious. That's some
Yeah.
like goofy face or something.
That was the best. That was the best because they recognized the greatness of that music before anybody else did, and they got it over really. So shout out DIY, shout out Bobby Roode.
Lame women's tag match, but no one I know. Creed Brothers versus Dom and JD McFunko Pop.
The who? The Creed brothers? Who are they?
Brutus and Julius Creed.
Crickets.
Let me.
Are these like the collegiate athlete tag team from NXT? I feel like that's who they are.
Yeah. Looks like the world's greatest tag team gimmick again. Two white guys, two average looking white dudes. Yeah. They love the E loves that gimmick, bro.
What, average looking white dudes?
Oh no, just the collegiate athlete wrestler, the Kurt Angle gimmick, the world's greatest tag team, like
Singlets.
Singlets, like Shelton Benjamin and Haas and Benjamin. Yeah, looks like another just blame Raw. Seth Rollins, Jey Uso. Yeah. Oh, I guess Nakamura did something.
Oh, Nakamura fucking misted Cody. I think.
Oh, so it's gonna. All right, yeah, that's something I wanted to talk about. So it's gonna be Cody and Nakamura now.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have to wrap it up before fucking. I mean, I guess you got plenty of time before the Royal Rumble.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna do a pay-per-view, the next pay-per-view is Royal Rumble.
Right, they'll probably wrap it up before there. I gotta think, or maybe it'll spill over into there, but Cody will eliminate Nakamura. Yeah, but I guess Cody came out and announced that he was going to be in the Royal Rumble, and then Nakamura announced the same by spitting in his face, the mist, maybe.
Little sidebar, real quick. Another CM Punk update. Punk was quoted in saying, "Come on, it's 2023. You can't be attacking people backstage," and proceeded to wink at the camera. I'm about to get off and definitely watch that.
Yeah, that's gonna be my number one thing as soon as we're done because I'm gonna need to. So I guess I don't know. I guess you think it was just like, all right, well, you're in town, you're gonna be on Raw, keep it simple, and then Friday, 2 weeks from now, you're gonna pipe bomb it. Do you think that was like the plan, or you think they like reacted to him not
the shit reception of the promo?
Right, like they feel like they kind of like under-delivered on Monday, so they're like, all right, you know what, fuck it. Just go out there and say some crazy shit.
Fuck me. Yeah, I guess so.
Or maybe it was already a plan, like, yo, we're going to wait till you're on network TV, daddy-o.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Because it's Fox,
Yo,
right?
does CM Punk really
move
the needle that much?
Like, well, yeah, if he's not being fucking, like, he's going to have to build, well, I mean, there is a shit ton of steam. I feel like he's already lost steam not being on TV for 2 weeks, but people don't want to watch Raw. And, I felt like he was kind of rushed in and, they didn't know what, that there was probably some definite truth of him only being signed like 10 days ago or whatever it was, or now like 3 weeks ago. But, they're probably just struggling to figure out what to do with him and like, the whole mix of everything now. So,
and
and I wouldn't be surprised if this promo ends with him not still feuding with anybody and not going into a program.
Well, and
Rollins promos randomly till like all of a sudden it's like, oh, now he's gonna face so and so, someone finally. Now we're gonna get a match. We might see We may not see a match from him till Rumble.
Oh yeah, he's on Brock Lesnar time, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'll do a match. But I don't know. Like to me,
I don't think he would pull the trigger on a match on Raw and SmackDown. Maybe
I could see like a SmackDown match, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried.
He hasn't
like
decided what the brand also that he wants to be on yet. I think that's going to be also part of the story too, unless he announced it tonight.
Well, and it's just interesting too because
should go to NXT.
I want him to do well. Like I don't think that he was that great in the ring for AEW. Like he was hurt a lot. He had plenty of botches. He didn't look so great a lot of the time. So like I don't want him to get overexposed. I want him to like have a good match and do good, So I don't know.
Yeah.
But also like, I don't know, to me,
I think he'll be just fine. And then they might just like really slow burn and make sure, and see what
they
can do with him.
Right. Like to kind of test the waters. Really, they
don't need to have him on the show every week. The stock's been going up without him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he makes a bigger difference, like numbers wise, viewership wise, in AEW than he makes on WWE. You think WWE took like a 200,000 viewer jump because CM Punk is on it? You think so? You think all the AEW marks?
No, I don't. But I also do think he will put asses in seats in the sense of like. He will help Mania considerably.
Do you think
he will help this Australia show if he goes there and the Rumble in Tampa?
Do you think that there are people who are WWE lifers who have been waiting for CM Punk's return, like our age, and they have no idea that he came back to AEW?
Yes, because the same thing happened with Cody.
Yeah,
when I was when I went to Mania, I was at the Mania where he returned. And you can just hear people right next to me like, where's he been? He was where? What?
Wow.
No, I
would just assume that like if you follow,
used to be a Randy Orton, right? Yeah. Or no, he used to be with a Bob Holly, right?
And the woman to the left of you is watching Netflix on her iPad.
It's a Christmas movie.
I don't know. I just feel like if you follow WWE on Instagram and you like their Instagram posts, doesn't Instagram know to suggest that you follow AEW? Wouldn't you just
the algorithm is
scrolling?
very refined these days, Like I don't
think that there is
stuff
a
on my
CM
algorithm because I'm not. What's that?
I'm sorry. I don't think that there is a CM Punk fan in the entire fucking world who did not know that he returned to wrestling at AEW. Because
maybe Cody's just a bad example. Maybe Cody,
it's just different.
Cody at the time was not as polar,
Right,
now
like
Cody,
he wasn't away
Cody's
from
brand
wrestling.
Is getting up there, but like Punk has
because even if
impactful in all the companies, Punk was already a champion. You know what I mean? He was already a huge brand and moving merch, and then he went and he marinated for 7 years, and then went to AEW.
Right, and even if
Cody didn't have that, Cody had to build his brand away from the E and then come back in.
Right, and that's like
so
the
I guess
story
it is a bad example, but I was just trying to think of black and white of the modern WWE mark.
Well, it is very crazy to me that somebody who sees Cody Rhodes would be like, "Where's he been?" Like that's crazy to me too.
No, yeah, they did. That's I am. That is verbatim what people were saying to me.
Jeez,
choking on their cotton candy and pretzels or whatever they're eating.
WrestleMania pretzels, Pretzelmania. Yeah. But like even if you don't watch AEW, you had a friend who probably sent you the clip of this motherfucker coming back. I don't know.
Yeah. At least have something. Well, I mean, I've had friends that are like, I'm invested now. I'm back watching the E now. Like. Talk to me. You have the whole show without that. Oh, that's why I should have made that. Yeah, that's why we need sound effects because, like, when I start predicting the TLC thing, you can be like, prediction. I hear a voice. I hear booking in my head.
Tony Inoki in my head. He counsels me. He understands.
My scarf's upstairs.
We gotta both get. Let's just get plain red scarves that we can.
Yeah, like $4 scarves on Amazon.
Yeah, we need plain red scarves, and I need to get glasses so I could be like an old man.
Yeah.
And look down my glasses. What else is happening? So Nakamura's feuding with fucking Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and Jey Uso are in a threesome. I guess mommy Rhea Ripley's feuding with Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, what did Orton do this week? I didn't even.
I
I already closed the tab. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I think what happened is
that was the week before. Like,
no, they had another. They had another
so
confrontation.
what was the next one?
I don't know exactly what was said or what happened, but Rhea Ripley was wearing like a trench coat. She was dressed like she was in the Matrix, and Randy.
She's so revolutionary and hip with all her looks, isn't she?
I love her so much. Did you see that she's doing a Fuck, what the fuck is it? It's like a Hulu commercial or something. Have you seen this?
No.
She's
I seen
like
Jalen Hurts on a Hulu commercial. I saw that.
Hulu is live sports.
I think it was a Hulu one, right?
Okay, so this isn't Hulu. It's like, but it's some shit. And Rhea Ripley is standing in a living room in full gear. And she's like, I'm known to take out my aggression. I'm known to give my opponents in the ring a nightmare. And one thing that's a nightmare is not being able to watch your programs on your telly. And then she like picks up the remote and like walks over and sits on the couch, full gear, fishnets, vest, looking good. And she's like, oh, now on this app, you can watch the TV that everybody's watching and you can see your live programming. And if I'm not, my name ain't Rhea Ripley. How was that?
Yeah. No. I was just trying to think of what, I'll have to look it up. But
so
yeah,
I guess what happened is that Randy Orton, like, I guess they like exchanged words and he acted like he was going to, whoop.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like, yo, mommy, don't flinch.
She didn't flinch.
She didn't even blink at the RKO. It all happened so fast she couldn't even register.
Well, that's the thing. Now that I think about it, remember we talked about the other day with like Nia Jax being in the Rumble,
right?
And she took an RKO in that match.
Yes,
and like Randy Orton seems to be the always the catalyst between women and men, that gray area of women and men's intergender wrestling, kind of.
Why do you think that is? He also fucked with Alexa Bliss when he was in a Bray Wyatt thing. They trusted him with her.
Yeah. He's RKO'd Stephanie. He's
RKO'd Mae Young.
Yeah. Maybe it's just more based off of the move being so lightning fast out of nowhere or whatever it is. But I don't know. They never, it's like but it never goes anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, because they can't get that physical. So they could get that physical with Rhea, but
do you think that Randy Orton is eventually going to RKO Rhea? That's like the tease that he's eventually the Viper's going to strike on Rhea.
And but then that's it. Like, what, they're going to have a match? Then nothing's going to happen.
I guess what happens is that he finally.
It's going to be Damian Priest that will take them.
Right, Damian Priest will come up and be like, hey,
Damian Priest will defend
RKO.
Or no, it should be Dom, right? It should be Dom that does, right?
But Rhea's been coming out like alone, I think.
Yeah. Because they're trying to assert her as the dominant leader.
Huh. What if Randy Orton RKOs her and becomes the leader? They do a flip-flop, double turn.
Yeah, I guess I'd be down to that. I mean, this they got way too much out of this Judgment Day thing already. So fuck it, let's just keep beating it to the end of the ground.
No, yeah, actually, it's funny that you say that because I like once you just said they really have gotten so much mileage out of this Judgment Day thing, and it's like you're
the
right.
Hottest thing in the company besides like Seth and Cody, right?
Oh, I would say that it goes Bloodline
and the Bloodline, Bloodline. Sorry,
Bloodline, Judgment Day, no Bloodline, Cody, Judgment Day, Seth.
Yeah.
That's how I would rank it. I guess
and then
number 5, Michael Cole. Shing! No, the fifth biggest thing in the company isn't Drew McIntyre. It's Samantha Irvine, obviously.
Yeah. It's definitely Rhea, though. I would say she's in the top 5. Because of Simps.
Maybe CM Punk will become the leader of the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
Judgment
Punk should be
Dio.
up in that top 5, but he's not there yet. I mean, he had a huge moment showing up, but like, you know, he's not
I can't wait to see if this promo was good. I'm gonna reserve my judgment.
yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Like
I'm not gonna eat the Kool-Aid, drink the Punk crackers.
Pepsi, Punk Pepsi.
I'm not gonna drink the Punk Pepsi. PG Punk. Long term storytelling. I hear voices in my head. They guess me. They understand. Antonio Inoki talks to me. He talks to me. All right, so I guess that's it. I guess that's it for the program. Another solid show of wrestling discussion. Nice vacuum back there.
Yeah, I'm still like slowly moving into my girl's place, so there's shit everywhere still.
You should be like Chris Jericho and yell at the Rumba.
The Rumba's upstairs, but these are like all comic books.
On those boxes. How are the how's the Eagles vintage merchandise shipping?
That's it's going pretty well. All the eBay stuff. I'm also using Macari, which is also another platform.
Yep, very good site.
Yeah,
Sold a bunch of stuff
I
on
got
Macari.
a bunch of those Salute for Troops ones in, and I got some.
So you're taking hoodies that the proceeds go to veterans hospitals.
Oh, come on, man!
And you're reselling them privately, gouging them.
Well, I mean, I paid for
And
them.
on the same night as tribute to the troops.
You want one of these?
How much does that go for on eBay?
I don't think a lot. I think these kind of brick, but now I can eat popcorn out of a Taylor Swift bucket.
I think you should, while you're at home, pop popcorn. Yes. You know, and you know, I know you're a chef, so you probably like fucking like melt some butter and shit.
Yeah, my girl has this like butter like popcorn movie theater butter.
Wow, what?
So she just like
No
just
wonder
eat
you're
that.
moving in. That I want to move in.
Or her favorite snack is popcorn. So
Wow. So what do? You just put a stick of butter in it, like it like
no.
melts?
It's already that's the exact movie theater butter popcorn that they use at the movie theater. So all you have to do, you can heat it up if you want, but you just have to just sprinkle it on the butter.
That's incredible.
It's just a very like it's like a buttery oil, essentially.
What will they think of next?
Yeah, what would they think of?
Hey,
next?
you know what movie I want to see? I want to see Iron Claw, December 22nd. It's fast approaching.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to talk about earlier or mention earlier that I forgot. They're gonna have the Von Erichs on next week's Dynamite
To promote Iron Claw with MJF.
and then who's gonna come out?
The Devil Putties. And the Von Erichs are going to do drop kicks, and they're going to do the claw. And you might even see Kit Osborne.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know, because the first thing with the putties
Yeah. Well,
is
the
that
Von Erichs are the Von Erichs can wrestle. The two younger guys wrestle for MLW, right?
and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah. They'll probably just do.
That's
The
who it
two
is.
young-
It's
the
the
two
Von
kids.
Erichs.
Yeah, the two kids and MJF with who's the surviving member?
Of the Von Erichs?
Yeah.
Kit Osborne.
Ringside versus maybe the Devils. They could do that, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess
Kid
they're going to
Osborne's
try to...
not a wait, Kid Osborne's a Von Erich because he has long
In
hair.
MLW, I guess he pretended to be
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
yeah,
era.
yeah. He was that's right. He had the cowboy boots and yeah.
You know, it's funny because I feel like
I
if
saw him at MLW here in Philly, so yeah, that's why I remember.
I think if Max had like shut the fuck up about it. Okay, so like think about Brick in Anchorman, right? Like the Brick character in Anchorman, he was like the funniest one. So like that really got Steve Carell like to the next level. Like that Brick character and the way that Steve Carell played it really like kind of popped him up a notch or two. And I think that is what MJF's role in the movie is. He's like the fake Von Erich.
Yeah.
And did you see the picture that he posted with his like wig?
I think so. Yeah.
And he looks ridiculous, right? So I think
Yeah.
that the goal is like, oh, he's going to be the comic relief in this movie, and he's going to kill it. And he's going to be like the Brick, I Love Lamp of Iron Claw.
Yeah.
However, I think that by blasting it on social media and by bringing the Von Erichs in to do like episodes and really push that Maxwell's in the movie might be over-promising and under-delivering. Like when you saw Brick and Anchorman, it was like a surprise that Steve Carell was like this amazing character. Like, you didn't watch the preview of Anchorman and see like Brick making jokes, but he stole the show, so to speak. He was like Macho Man Steamboat of Anchorman.
Yeah.
And so Max is not featured in the Iron Claw promo at all. I think to the average wrestling fan, the average consumer, they don't even know what it is or what it's about. And
they might have forgot he was even in the movie, to be honest.
Right. So like, and that's the way I want to experience it. I want to experience it like, wow, Max was so funny and so good in this movie. What a surprise. Whereas now I've already seen him on Instagram in his wig.
Yeah, they're hammering it.
Right.
Fucking,
And it's like, oh, check out MJF in this movie.
Package it. Boom, package it.
Right. And it's just like yeah.
No, leave me alone.
And I think that's a sign of the times as well, because when the fuck did Anchorman come out? Like, 2004, whatever. So it's like different now. But I just think that by pounding it, it's going to take away from MJF's no doubt brilliant performance.
I watched some movie this week. I failed to mention.
Yo, there's a movie coming out in New York and LA only.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I've been watching a lot of Christmas carols. Scrooge.
Oh, Charles Dickens, one of the best.
Yes. That's what I wanted to maybe start the show. Just only watch Christmas carols this month.
But not even Christmas movies, Christmas Carol movies.
Well, we've been watching a lot of movies, but I only want to talk about, I want to compare all the Christmas carols. But it's going to end up being really boring because like a lot of them go back to like the 30s and shit.
Well, and the best one is the Muppets Christmas Carol, obviously.
Yeah. I haven't watched that one yet.
There's one with Patrick Stewart.
I watched that one. And then, dude, I watched the one with Guy Pearce.
Hey, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing either. It happened in 2019. I guess it was like a mini series, but you can watch it just in one big chunk. And this shit was
like a BBC thing.
FX.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Well, I think it was on BBC, but it's also like an FX thing.
I feel like I might have watched that or heard
or it was
of that.
on BBC and then went to FX.
And it's like dark. It's like serious.
It's dark as fuck. Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
There's like Andy Serkis is in it. You know who Andy Serkis is?
Nope.
He's like the facial motion cap like god. He did Gollum. He did
okay. All right.
Supreme Leader Snook in Star Wars.
So what does he do? Ghost of Christmas Future?
He's the Ghost of Christmas Past.
That's number one.
But it fleshes out like Jacob Marley, like what's his face?
I feel like I've watched this, yeah.
What's his face from I think Boardwalk Empire the one who played Capone in Boardwalk Empire, the shorter white dude.
Yep, and he's in chains. I watched that. I know exactly what
you
you're
have.
Yes.
So you watched it probably.
And they go into like a field and he's like trapped in chains and like some shit, right?
Yeah. And it's like a big bonfire. It's very like and then Andy Serkis, the Ghost of Christmas Past, is like very eldritch, kind of like with the fucking thing. And
and he's like terrifying.
And then the Ghost of Christmas Present is his sister, Scrooge's sister, just straight up. Like it's not a lot of bells and whistles like how the other films are, where the past is always like this white angel and present is always like
it's very British.
The cornucopia guy, and then future is always like the Grim Reaper,
right?
Right. It's just like I said, it's very dark and it's very
so you
very
loved
real.
it. You loved it.
I thought it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those have got to be the top. Well, I mean, I'm sure I'm missing one, but
Patrick Stewart was really good too.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart's amazing, and
but he's like, look how Patrick Stewart gets when he gets very like theater-esque. Like he does it on Star Trek sometimes too.
No, I love it.
He was amazing in that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one. There's the Scrooge. Oh, what's that?
Scrooged.
Oh, there's Scrooge with Bill
Yeah, I
Murray,
watched Scrooge too.
which
That
is
was really that's
classic.
an amazing rendition.
And that's right around Bill Murray's like non-famous movie time. It's like that. What About Bob? The Man Who Knew Too Little. Those are like Bill Murray's B movies, but they're all classics.
So what would you consider like
A tier is like Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day, Stripes,
Caddyshack?
Caddyshack, right? And I like old Bill Murray. I like artsy Graybeard Bill too. I like Life Aquatic, Broken Flowers, Lost in Translation.
Yeah,
oh my God,
see those. I haven't
dude,
seen a lot.
Lost
of
in Translation. Him and Scarlett Johansson in Japan, singing
Yeah.
karaoke and falling in love. Incredible, absolutely fucking incredible.
Yeah, I think that's all the ones I watched this week, and then I just watched normal Christmas movies so far. So I'll have some more.
I love that for you. A
Christmas
few
takes.
Christmases
Oh,
ago.
we also watched all the Santa Clauses.
My mom loves the Santa Claus.
And by the way, I didn't know that's what it meant until just this week.
The clause.
Like it's a clause.
If you kill Santa, you become
I didn't know.
Santa.
I didn't know. Like, looking at the title, I never knew that it was spelled that way.
Well, like I think what happens.
I think it was just the Santa Claus.
It's the Santa Claus where
But it's the clause.
Right,
Yeah.
where it's
The clause?
is it
This
because
clause?
Santa in the first movie he slipped on Tim Allen's roof and fell and died accidentally? The Santa iron claws, and I think so. It's not that he killed Santa and took over his job. The clause is either if Santa dies on your property, or I think maybe if you put on the suit. Or
I think it's like if he
if you get
he read the card or some shit. Like the first one to like discover the body and read the card and the clause, it gets bestowed to you.
And the guy who plays the stepdad in Santa Claus 1 is incredible. The guy with he's like
Somehow they kept the whole cast around for all three films.
Well, no, and there are more. I think there might be like
2 is when he's
6.
trying to find his missus, and then Adam Short plays Jack Frost in the third one.
In 3, but I think there is maybe
And Adam Short, is it Adam Short?
No, it's Martin Short.
Martin Short. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Martin Short was great, by the way.
Yeah,
very
and he's
good.
Jack.
I thought it was going to be cringe, but he was amazing.
And I think there either is a 4th one.
There's a show. It's a series.
Is it out now? Is it on like Disney
yeah,
Plus
it's already
or
out,
something?
but I haven't watched it though.
Hey, shout out Tim Allen.
Tim Allen's amazing.
More power. Well, more powers from Back to the Future. But anyway, we're talking about Brick.
It's from Home Improvement.
Well, yeah, he also did More Power.
But he's like, no, more power. The Back to the Future you're thinking of, quote, is like, oh, you can't ride.
Can't ride on water.
Water. You need power.
Yeah, you need power.
The big fucking board comes out. Yeah.
Yo, like the Pitbull board. Yo, I fucks with that. And then Marty was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get wet. I got a self-drying jacket. I'm living in the year 2015.
Your clothes are dry. Your clothes are dry.
But you know who stole the show in Anchorman is obviously Brick. And we're all talking about maybe MJF stealing the show in Iron Claw. You know who stole the show in Home Improvement? Al.
Well, you're gonna say Heidi, the
Oh, well, obviously.
Thank you, Heidi.
Heidi was the
Thank you,
sky
Al.
blue of
Al, my pre-pubescent Borland. He always would shit on him in every episode.
Yeah. And
I don't think so, Tim.
Yeah, I don't think so, Tim. Yeah, Al really, wow. And
I
of course,
don't think Al stole the show though. I think it was Tim's show because Tim was the producer and all that. Do you think Al really stole it like that?
well, okay, maybe
Or
Al
did Al?
didn't steal
Wait, are you talking about Tool Time or Home Improvement? Because I think on maybe Tool Time, the show within the show.
yeah, okay. So on Tool Time, Al always killed.
Yeah.
The scenes and not like I'm talking about like meta. Like I'm watching Home Improvement. I'm watching Tool Time on Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Al's incredible. And then you had Wilson.
Yeah, he was very philosophical, and he's like, "Oh, I remember the Socrates, the great something something," and then Tim would go back and then quote it and always
and
botch.
fuck it up. Oh wow, dude, what a show!
He once said, to be a man, you have to eat a man's something like
Right, he would
like
always
some
fuck it up.
stupid shit.
Yeah, wow,
And they'd be
that's
like,
so
"What?"
funny.
He's like, "Oh, well, the point is the," and then he'd go into it. Yeah.
Jim Carrey better than Tim Allen. How do you feel about Grinch films? I don't think I've ever watched
Oh,
any
yeah,
of the
I got-
Grinch films.
I mean, I've seen the original Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss, The Grinch, animated like 1955 or something.
I would think it's before that, maybe.
I feel like I tried to watch it last year and I couldn't even find like the original on Amazon Prime.
It's not on Disney.
What do you
guess
think I am,
Dr.
rich? You think I got enough time for freaking
Oh,
Disney Plus now?
Sorry. Yeah, I've never seen the goofy Jim Carrey version.
Of The Grinch.
When he's like, with the fucking hands and the mitts, the furry fucking green hands he's got.
Apparently he's phenomenal in it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jim Carrey, so I gotta try it out. Maybe that'll be the next block of Christmas movies we watch. So
You got to get
Which
through all
one?
the Christmas carols.
you get to CM Punk promo, which I'm gonna go watch right now.
What about Bad Santa?
Oh, I haven't watched that. I gotta watch that. Yeah.
Where do you rank like Die Hard?
Oh yeah, it's a great Christmas movie. So is Batman Returns, by the way. That's a Christmas movie.
You're right. That's also what's another in the cut Christmas movie?
Good. Oh man, what was the quote at the end of that? When I forget. Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne says something. He's like, "Merry Christmas." He's like, "Goodwill towards men," and he's like, "and women."
Yeah, Die Hard isn't in the cut.
Dot dot dot.
Die Hard is like the Hulk Hogan of secret Christmas movies. You know what I mean?
Gremlins. Logan Stein said Gremlins. That's another
Gremlins.
one.
I've never seen Gremlins. Never seen it. I almost want to say Ghostbusters, but I think Ghostbusters is more of just like an iconic New York City movie.
Ghostbusters 2 is Christmas into New Year's film.
Ooh, all right. See, I knew that somewhere. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think.
because it's like Vigo needs to have the kid born on exactly New Year's Eve.
Vigo the Carpathian. Let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
Vigo the
I hear
Cruel, Vigo the
voices in
Conqueror.
my head.
I think next week we'll have probably another Christmas segment. How about that?
Yeah, I like thinking about Christmas movies. All right, Joe.
We'll have to Christmafy the stream. But
You know
Pat
what?
works
Maybe
too
I'll
much.
deck the halls with boughs
Yeah, you need to
of
deck
holly.
the hall so we can talk about it. With the
And we'll-
halls
and
of
we'll-
bodies.
Yeah, and we'll wear our red scarves, which also celebrate Christmas and honor Antonio Inoki and Tony Khan all at once. Because if there's one thing that we like to do here at the Police, it's like we like to take the New Japan Strong open weight championship title. We like to take the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship, and then we're going to do a Continental Classic title. We're going to melt it all down, put them all on a table, displaying them, but then the combined belt, the Triple Crown title, will be on the table. So that's basically what we were talking about a moment ago. You know, we like to combine it all. Christmas movies and other stuff. Rocky IV.
Rocky 4 wasn't one, was it? Just because they're in the snow in Russia?
No, I think Home Alone, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll get into it next week. We'll get into it more. We'll have a bigger segment next week.
Can't wait. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. By Half a Jedi Joe. Thanks for attending the Meme Cringe Fest. Hold on. Sponsored by 1800 Tequila. Thanks for attending the Cringe Fest, brought to you by Wrestling Delivered. I did. I muted you. Yes, I muted you. I muted you because I'm playing the music, and I have to just get to say to the people, bye-bye!
Boulevard.